Hello, everybody. Oh, guess what, guys? We're supposed to get like 18. Oh, sorry. I had another tab open. Come on, Eva. Yeah, not looking forward to it. Hello, Jerry Matthew Boyd. Hello, Nana Laura. Hello, Buzzy Pug. Oh, does that mean that you won't be with the insomniacs at night? Or do you mean sleep normal like position? Well, that's why we have the Discord. Hello, Manuel. Well, I hope you have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying hello. Maybe I'll still be on when you get home. Hello, Wolf Lore Lover. Hello, Casey Battles, my sweet. I'm so happy to see you. So is Ava, but she's, more happy to see treats. Hello, Eileen and Carlin. Hello, Epiphonium. Hello, Dr. JD Annie. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to see you. I just love saying your name, Epiphonium. It's so much fun. Oh, honey, Merry Christmas. I'm so happy to have you. Hello, Otto of Arizona. I have to catch myself on that because I almost say Otto of Oz every time. My brain just the O's. Hello, Linda Applegate, sweetie. Yeah. We are here too in Toma. Like 18 inches, 40-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah. I heard about it and I'm not thrilled. I took my recycling tote to the road. It's not supposed to go out until Monday night, but let me tell you, I am not trekking that thing through 18 inches of snow or hoping that there's a space for me to balance it on. No. It can sit there a couple days. They'll be by Tuesday morning, and who knows? They might just be grateful that I put it out early. Probably not, because they're grumpy people, but oh, I'm so jealous. That's like perfect weather. That's beauty right there. See, now 80 is getting a little too much for me. That's getting a little high up there. I don't want 80. That's like that's a little too sweaty. That's why all of my cats are strays. They all came from outside, other than Earl. But Earl comes from a mama of a stray. So his previous owner took in the mama, and the mama had the babies, and then I got Earl. Just keep it coming. Keep it coming. Our love will warm up the world. Oh, thank you so much, Nana Laura. 1 to 3 inches. What, where you are, or here? Because I just saw the news article come up on my feed, and I'm not thrilled. Hello, Auntie M, honey. I didn't get on this afternoon. I was hoping to. I asked 2 questions, and you answered with yes. Is it yes to the, is that where 1 to 3 where you are? Or is it yes to, is it 1 to 3 where I am? Yeah, I think it's winter weather advisory for all of the Midwest practically. Connecticut even has it. New York has one. Ah, there we go. Thank you. I'll have you beat. Supposedly, I'll have lots more than that. Oh my, oh my. We're playing with all 4 seasons in one day, are we? You're doing a Wisconsin trick right there. Well, I've got cases that left over from yesterday that I never got the chance to run, and then I have one that I just happened to come across today. When I was going to come on this afternoon, I was like, maybe I can find 1 or 2 quick ones to throw in on top of what I already got. It was really good, but it wasn't quick. And so it took me until now to finish editing it, but it's worth it. And normally, you guys, you know how I cut out all the long pauses? There are a few long pauses that I left in here on purpose because the facial expressions, and it gives context to the person testifying. I mean, you get a real sense of them. No, I just have Ava lay on them. She keeps them nice and toasty warm. Just like my spot on the bed that she insists on taking. She has her own pillow, her own half of the bed, and every single night when I go to crawl in bed, she's on my pillow. I should just take her pillow and give her mine. But then she'll sleep on the other pillow. She just demands to take over the entire bed. Billy takes over the entire floor. Like, he will lay exactly where I have to walk, and he will spread himself out. He'll lay on his back and just floof everywhere. His floof spreads. And then if I have to like go to the bathroom quick and I can't see him because the light's off, he blends in to the dark very well. She thinks so. She thinks so. And a foot warmer. And when I'm laying in the bed, a butt warmer, a back warmer. Sometimes she decides that she wants to lay across me. Yeah. She's a good dog. She's mama's baby for sure. Absolutely mama's baby. Possibly. Or she's just being selfish. No. She does it all the time. Even if the pillows are freshly washed, she just has to have my side of the bed. No matter how many times. But the thing is I'll tell her, I'll be like, okay, Ava, move. And she gets up and moves. She goes to her side, sort of, more or less. I still have to kind of, butt nudge her to the side a little bit, but hi, Earl. Speaking of butts and nudging. I used to. I had a recliner that I was able to sleep in. This one, not so much. This one reclines way too far back, and it's not comfortable for sleeping. Yeah, you are the cat bed. I don't think I could live without them. I really don't. I don't know how I did for a little while when I was with a certain someone. The guy that I moved up to Toma to be with. When we lived with his mother, we didn't have any cats. And golly, it was like a year or more than that, a couple years. But I told him when we get our own place, the first thing we get is a cat. And by golly, that was the truth of it. We bought our own trailer, and the first thing I did was I found a stray in Baraboo to bring back to Toma. Oh no, that's actually why I bought a house. When I was trying to find a place to rent, absolutely nowhere would let me have my cat. Now, this cat and I had been through it. I had lived in my car with my cat when I left my ex. And there was no way I was giving up my cat. Besides, the rent around here was like $900 starting for a studio. And then it only went up from there. And then I went and I talked to a mortgage broker, Billy Joe Petroselli, and she was amazing. She got me a loan that I didn't need any money down, even though I had money saved up. Didn't need it. I was able to put that towards redoing the basement floor and making it where my daughter could use the basement as like a little apartment until we found out that the basement flooded, and then she couldn't. But, it was a good few months before we learned that. Yeah. But I'm kind of glad that I don't rent because I really like my privacy. I really like being able to paint the colors of the walls whatever I want. and the cats scratch stuff up, and I don't care. If I rented, I'd have to care. And then when I went through that whole issue with Bandit before, before we figured out that she needed her own room, and I had to have that professional company come in and clean the carpets, which, by golly, that's going to be the next thing I need. I am saving up to get the carpets replaced with, like, I'm thinking linoleum, maybe. I want something that if the cats pee on it, it's not going to soak through. I know they have like sealed floors. I might go with one of those. I don't know. But I hate this carpet. It's probably from like the 70s. I don't know. It's awful. I can't even imagine how many butts have been on my carpet. I don't even want to think about it. You can steam clean carpet all you want. It's never clean. Never. Hello, Mortimer Duke. Hello, Great Granny. Thank you so much for shutting me up last night. I'm not kidding you. I was so tired that I was in babble mode and just motor mouth. I get dumb when I get super, super tired, and I just start repeating myself, and I can't think of words, and then I get so frustrated that I can't think of the word that I keep trying to justify it until the word comes to me, and it never does. Great Granny's like, we get it. That snapped my brain out of it. Hello, Jim Tidekey. Jim Tidekey. I wanted to do that in the basement, actually. Yeah, I thought about that. I don't wanna. Why you gotta put stuff like that in my head? I love you. I'm so grateful to have you as a part of my life. I truly am. Every one of you. You guys are so amazing. Yeah. Yeah. If I ever have a garage built, absolutely gonna have an epoxy floor in it. Mm-hmm. They're so pretty also. I love because you can get like speckles in them. Oh my god, they're so pretty. Mm. Oh my gosh, big Kentucky hugs. I love my big Kentucky hugs. Hello, Terry Barnes. I'm so happy to see you. All right, guys. Let's no, Joey. No, we will not. You said it, you explain it. Eileen, if that gives you any idea, it's so bad that even I won't explain it. No. The 70s. I hear that they were a wild time. I was not even alive back then, so I can't testify to it. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yep, we'll go with that. That's it. Yep, right there. All right. Oops. No, that is not the button I wanted to press. Ooh, that's not the right button. Here we go.
Good morning. I'm Judge Bob Brendel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Reed Green.
Hold on, getting some feedback.
That's not feedback, Your Honor.
It says she's muted. Well, let's just give this a shot and see what happens. All right, calling cause number 8862. This is in the estate of Adela Sparks. And your announcement for the record, Mr. Green.
Petitioner's applicant is present and ready, Your Honor.
All right, and the applicant is Miss Maddox.
Deborah Maddox, yes, Your Honor.
All right, we also have some people in the courtroom that have appeared, and Yvonne Castillo. So let's see if we can get the people in the courtroom to let me know why they're here. All right, there's someone labeled as Yvonne Castillo. Ms. Castillo, are you interested in this matter? Call a timeout. I'm going to go to the courtroom and figure out.
That was used in the no.
Yes, we.
Tell them that. They said that there was some sort of interference. Yeah, it's coming. No, it's due to too many devices.
My father's a middle son.
It says switch to camera. Don't do anything.
No, Deborah, don't do anything. Yours is fine. I cut out about 10 minutes of that, y'all. But it just gives you an idea what we're starting with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My daughter,
so you're going to be able to, this is y'all in this little box right there. So whenever you speak, make sure this is pointed at you so we can see who's speaking. Okay.
And then I'm my brother, the same thing.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I just don't want to get in the phone no lawyer, sir. We can't
Okay.
get a lawyer appointed, sir.
No, sir. This is a civil matter, so there's no appointment for a lawyer in these types of matters. Okay.
Oh, we don't get.
Make that announcement on the record, though.
What's that?
If you want to ask for something like that, you need to do it formally once we're on the record. We're not formally on the record yet because I'm still trying to get everybody with the technology up. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we are back. I think we got the technology set up where we can hear everyone clearly. So again, I'm going to call cause number 8862. This is regarding the estate of Adela Sparks. Mr. Green, you've already made your announcement of ready on behalf of the applicant, Deborah Maddox. I need to know who else is here that needs to make an announcement for the record. So, sir, the one that's on the screen there in the courtroom, what is your name, sir?
My name is Tommy Sid Sparks Jr.
Are you ready to proceed today?
Yes, sir. I guess I am.
All right. And who else is here has made an appearance on this matter?
My name is William Sparks.
You ready to proceed?
Yes, sir. And we have one more person.
Cynthia
All right.
Sparks.
One more time.
Cynthia Sparks Cross.
All right. Anyone else that needs to make an announcement that they're here on the record?
My granddaughter is here. She's on the will. Annalisa Peña. She's on the will. She's here also.
All right. If she's like, she can come up and she can make an announcement.
Annalisa?
Annalisa Marie Peña.
Ready to proceed, Ms. Pena?
Yes.
All right. You may proceed, Mr. Green.
Yes, just swear Ms. Maddox, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Maddox,
Ms.
please
Maddox,
raise your hand.
stand.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony that you give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
You may put your hand down. You may proceed, Mr. Green.
Yes, is your name Deborah Maddox?
Yes, sir.
And are you also known as Deborah A. Maddox?
Yes, sir.
And did you file an application to probate a copy of the will of Adela Sparks, aka Adela G. Sparks, in this case?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd ask the court to take judicial notice of the application, a copy of the will, and the proof of death, and other facts which are on file in this case.
At this time, the court is taking judicial notice of the entire court's file. This includes a copy of the will, the proof of death, and other facts, and the application for administration to
And
probate copy of the will and for issuance of letters testamentary.
thank you, Your Honor. And are you the daughter of Adela Sparks, aka Adela G. Sparks, Deborah?
Yeah. Yes.
And do you reside at Pemleaf Court, San Antonio, Bexar County, Texas?
Yes.
And did your mother die on January 18th, 2025 in Jourdanton, Atascosa County, Texas?
Yes.
And was she 86 years of age at the time?
Yes.
And was her domicile at the time of death Camelot Lane, San Antonio, Atascosa County, Texas?
Yes.
And at the time of her death, did your mother own property generally known as real estate, cash, personal effects, and household goods with a probable value in excess of $75,000?
Yes.
All right. And did your mother leave a will dated March 14th, 2024?
Yes.
And did she ever revoke that will?
No.
All right. And did your mother reside in Texas when she signed the will?
Yes.
And is that you have a copy of the will in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, look at bottom of page 2.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't have it. I gotta grab it.
That's fine.
Deborah, help me. Okay.
Is that your mother's signature that appears on the bottom of page 2?
Oh, yes, sir, it is.
Okay. Now, what happened to the original will, Deborah? Why do we not have the original for the court?
On the date that I was at my mother's house, trying to get her clothes ready for a viewing that I was going to have for her, for family, I had the will sitting on top of a little table in front of the bed, and my brothers, both Tommy and William, came into the house and shoved me out of the house. And I've got bruises on one of my legs where the police officer he does have a recording of that. And where they shoved me out of the house. And while I was outside, they took the will. I don't know if it was Tommy or William, but one of them took the will, and they started ripping my mother's clothes out of the car, because I hadn't decided what I was going to have her dressed in for the viewing. At some point, the police officer let me go in the house, and when I went in there, the will was gone.
So as far
And it
as
was
you know,
open-faced on top of the little table in front of the bed.
so as far as you know, the original will was in possession of one of your brothers, either Tommy or William. Is that correct?
Yes, one of them took it, and I did have it because my mother gave it to me prior to her passing, shortly after she had the will drawn up.
Okay, and does the necessity exist for the administration of your mother's estate?
Yes.
All right. And after the date of the will, did your mother have any children or adopt any children?
No.
And did she bring any children into her home on promise of adoption?
No.
And was she married at the time of her death?
And she was widowed.
Okay. And were Jenna Mendez and Barbara G. Moon the subscribing witnesses to the will?
Yes.
And does the will name you to serve as independent executor, to act
Yes.
independently without bond or other security?
Yes, sir. That was her intention.
And are you asking the court to appoint you as independent executor at this time?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
And Tommy Sparks, it's your opportunity to ask any questions of this witness. It's not your turn to tell your side of the story. It's only your turn to ask questions. Do you have any questions of Miss Maddox?
Well, no, sir. Only question I have for her is why she's lying.
I'm not
And
lying.
why are we here? We don't even know why. If my mom already had the will done, why do we even have to contest it? She just wants, I think only thing she wants to do is just take it out from under us so she can pay for
Time out.
the house that she can't
Time out.
afford.
Time out, Mr. Sparks. You have an
I'm
opportunity
not
to ask
talking to you,
questions.
I'm talking to my sister.
Sir, you're talking in a courtroom and I'm the judge. When I tell you to stop
Okay.
talking, then you stop talking.
I'm sorry, sir.
Sir, may I respond?
No,
May I
you may
say
not.
something?
No,
Everyone's
Deborah.
going to be
No,
quiet
Deborah.
and everyone's going to listen to me for a moment. Does everyone
Yes.
understand how the courtroom works? That I will say who says what when. Does everybody
Yes.
understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Tommy Sparks, you have an
Yes.
opportunity right now to ask questions of Miss Maddox. This is not your turn to tell your side of the story. You may only ask her questions. You may ask your next question. You'll have an opportunity later to tell me your side of the story. But right now,
Okay.
only questions. You may
Why
proceed.
are we even here? Why are we here actually then?
Because we are trying to follow through with mother's estate, with her will. She put me up as executor of the estate, and that's what I'm trying to do. I actually, I'm concerned about you and Willie fighting and hurting each other with all the police reports that I have backing that up. Well, I have a lot of police reports to back that up, and Mr. Green can present them. I have some
Okay.
going back as far as 10 years, even reports from mother that mother has put against you, Willie and James.
Did you get the ones? Can I ask you another
police
question?
reports.
Can I ask you
One at
another
a time,
question?
one at a time.
All right, Mr. Sparks, you may ask your next question.
Okay, thank you. Do you have the reports where the police said that mom told them that she wanted us to live there? Do you have those reports also?
I just have reports of violence between you and your brothers.
No, that's not what I asked you.
Where mother
Asked
has
you, do you
asked
have
y'all
the
to
do
leave.
you have the report from the police where mom told him that she wanted us to live there? Do
No,
you
I
have
don't
those
have that.
reports? Why not?
No, I don't have that report, but I have
Well,
the
you need to
report.
get it, I think. I'm gonna file for a
Stop.
motion.
All right,
on-
Mr. Sparks. Mr. Sparks,
Yes, sir.
if you cannot wait for her to answer the question and you interrupt her, then I'm going to say that you don't get to ask her any more questions. So I've
So
told
I
you
have-
the rules. Everyone needs to listen to me. I've told you the rules. You get to ask questions. You don't get to answer your own question. So you ask the question, she gives the answer. Then you get to ask the next question. So you don't get to ask the question and then answer it the way you wanted it to be answered. So you may ask the next question, but
May
you're
I
stuck with
finish?
whatever.
May I
Miss
finish my answer?
Everyone, please be quiet. When I'm talking, everyone needs to be quiet. Do not interrupt me. Mr. Sparks, ask your next question. Ms. Maddox, you'll answer the question, and then you'll ask another question, Mr. Sparks, but you do not get to make any commentary on what Ms. Maddox has to say. You may ask the next question.
We can't even say that these guys are acting like first graders because even first graders know to be quiet when the teacher starts talking. This is so absolutely unbelievably childish. And maybe Mama did say that the boys could stay there forever and ever because maybe Mama knew that they couldn't survive on their own.
Well, I just want to know why you want to take our place away from us for living here. That's the only place that mom wanted us to live in. I don't understand why you want to do it. Can you tell me why? We can pay the taxes on it. It doesn't have nothing to do with the case.
So all the taxes are not paid up on the property. Some of them are paid, but not all of it. And the main reason I'm concerned about is because of the volatile behavior between Tommy, William, and James. I don't want to be associated with them. I am fearful for my life. I'm fearful for them hurting one another. I have numerous reports where my mother has called the police and asked them to leave. She has asked the police to have them leave because of their drinking and activities that are going on. And I'm not going to debate this, but Mr. Green does have reports of all of these that have been asked of Atascosa Sheriff's Office. I have numerous going back 10 years where my mother personally has asked them to leave and current. And I certainly do not want to be associated with that type of lifestyle. I know that there has been cocaine involved. I know that there has been I cannot remember it. It's another one that they smoke in a pipe, but and also marijuana, and of course a lot of drinking. And my old GMC pickup is I mean, completely covered to the rim with beer cans, where that's all they do is drink. And my mother didn't want that, and I certainly don't want it. And I would like to go back to the property and live there, but I don't see that happening with them. And my sister Cindy shakes her head no, like she's not aware of what's going on, and she is very aware of everything that has occurred, and so is Annalisa. Annalisa is very aware of the occurrences there because she has lived there with the violence and the volatileness between my brothers and my mother. And I guess that's all I have to say right now.
All right, your next question, Mr. Tommy Sparks.
No, sir, I'm gonna let my brother talk. Is that all right, George?
Okay, so you are passing the witness.
Yes, sir.
All right, William Sparks, your opportunity to ask questions of this witness.
Yes, sir. And what relevance does that have to do with anything to do with the will? There's no relevance to what you're saying. You have no proof of what you're saying. So what relevance is that witness to do with the will? So like you're just trying to railroad somebody.
I think if they
You
were
have
to
no
do a
proof of nothing.
All right,
One at a time.
Mr. Sparks, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Tommy Sparks. Ask the question, wait for an answer. You don't get to answer your own question. You ask one question, wait for the answer. You may proceed.
What relevance does that have to do with the will? Why are you lying about what you're saying?
Well, I'm not lying. I think if they were to do a drug test or a blood test, that they could see that there is likely cocaine in your system, probably Tommy as well, but I know marijuana and absolutely a lot of drinking. But nonetheless, it's the lifestyle that y'all have chosen to have. And again, Cindy is very aware of everything that has gone on our entire life. Cindy, you're a witness. Don't grin and smile because you're very aware of
You're
everything
talking
that has
again, you
gone
answer
on.
questions.
And
You're supposed to
mother
ask
has
You're supposed to
questions.
ask questions, not describe
Not
what you
make a
want.
comment.
Stop.
You're supposed
Make
to
a
ask
comment.
questions.
Stop. This is not how this is supposed to work. Okay.
You're letting her talk.
Well, that's right, because this is how this works. She's the witness. You ask the questions, and she gets to answer them. Unless you have a valid objection, then she answers the question. That's how this works. It's not your turn to tell your side of the story. It's only your turn to ask a question. You ask the question, she gets to answer it. In a moment, you'll have an opportunity to tell your side of the story, but that's not now. Now is only a time for you to ask the question. You may ask your next question.
Why are you trying to do this? What's you benefiting out of it? What's your benefit out of this?
peace of mind.
You
And
don't you live in a nice house?
Asked and answered.
Sustained. So you need to move on to the next question, Mr. Sparks.
I want to do a motion to discovery. What's, on all this.
I didn't hear what you just said.
I like to have a motion of discovery on everything.
Okay, your motion's denied. You may ask your next question.
Why is she lying? Why is my motion denied? I don't feel this is right.
Sir, you don't have a motion on file with the court. We're not set for a motion for a discovery at this time, so it's denied. You can ask your next question.
I want to know why is she trying to do this? Why are you trying to do this? What is your benefit?
Same objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered.
Sustained. Mr. Sparks, she's already answered that question. You can ask a new question.
I don't have any question at this moment because.
All right. Do you pass the witness?
No, that's it. Pass the witness.
All right. Cynthia Sparks, it's your opportunity right now to ask any questions of this witness. Do you have any questions?
My question is, when soon after my mom passed away, why did she go to my mom's house and leave the house with bags and bags of clothes and different things, her jewelry, everything like that?
That's your question?
Yes, that's one of them.
Okay, no, I didn't take mother's jewelry. I did take just clothes that I thought that she would need, important papers and bills, things of that sort that I would need to try to pay her bills, because she still got money in the bank, or at least had money in the bank, that I don't know what's happened to that money, how the taxes are getting paid, because the only money Tommy has is the SSI and Ruby's SSI. He's not working. And I'm very concerned about what's happening to Ruby's money and what's happened to mother's money and what happened to mother's credit cards, because mother has Tractor Supply and Lowe's and electricity that was being sucked out of mother's checking account even after she passed away. This is what the bank said, that money was still being drafted out of mother's account to pay the electric bill where Tommy and William were living
Is this
there.
part of my question that I asked
Ana
you
Lisa
about the
was not-
clothes?
Ana Liva,
I don't see
yes,
nobody stopping you from saying what you want to say. If I was to be saying that, I know I would be stopped.
because I am.
Okay, I'm going to stop right here.
all of my
No,
concerns.
stop. Okay, Miss Cynthia Sparks,
Yes.
if you believe that the question, that she's not responsive to the question, it is your duty to make that objection. No one else's duty to stop her from talking. Do you understand that?
Okay, that's good
So
to
if you
know.
have
because-
if you have an objection, you make the objection. Otherwise, she'll continue to answer the question.
Okay, because all I asked about all the bags of stuff that she took out of the house, she took bags of clothes. I haven't been to my mom's house since she passed away.
Stop. You're not
Okay.
asking a question. I need for you to please ask a question. It's not your turn to tell your side of the story. It is only your turn to ask questions. You may ask your next question.
Okay. My question is, why are you trying to sell the property for your benefit?
It's not for my benefit. It's for peace of mind. And you know that the brothers are fighting all the time and drinking and doing drugs. You know that, Cindy.
No,
And
I don't know
the
that.
main-
They used to do that.
And the main
They used to
reason-
do that, but not now. They don't do it now.
And the main reason that I want to sell the property is because I do not want a connection or an association
Well,
with them.
Well, just
When
stay
the
away from
property
there.
gets sold,
Why
when
don't
the
you
All
walk
right.
away?
Wait, I'm calling another timeout. I'm going to come talk to y'all in the courtroom. Okay, here I come.
That's the one that last time she was there. She did it that way.
Everybody needs to be quiet because they're going to throw us off.
Stay on the record.
Fucking lying bitch. She railroaded us. She's trying to, lying bitch. You know that you're
Don't say
lying.
nothing, please. It's going to mess up everything. You know she's lying about all the bags and bags of stuff she took.
Okay, there are rules, let me go over here, so that way they can hear from my court reporter. There are rules in a courtroom. There's only gonna be two people talking, the person asking the question and the witness. And then if an attorney has an objection, they can have an objection, and then I will talk. When you ask a question of this witness, you don't get to answer it. You don't get to make any gestures in the background. So right now, you're gonna sit at this table. You two gentlemen are gonna sit over there. And ma'am, you're gonna sit over there. And when it's your turn, I'll ask you to come back up in front of here. but you understand that you are only allowed to say certain things at certain times. You will have an opportunity to tell your side of the story. It is not your opportunity right now. It is only your opportunity to ask questions, and it's only her opportunity to ask questions. And the only one that's going to answer those questions is the witness. Does everybody understand that? Okay, have a seat.
You're here. Yeah. Over here.
All right. Thank you for waiting. Ms. Sparks, do you understand the instructions that I've given to you?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, Ms. Sparks, you may ask your next question.
Okay. Debbie, why do you want to sell the property when you know that mom wanted to leave it for the boys? Those were not her wishes.
Objection, Your Honor. It assumes a fact, not an evidence.
I'll allow it. Please answer the question, Ms. Maddox.
She's gonna have to repeat the question.
Why do you want to sell the property from under the boys and then take it away from them when mom lived there? Many times she was asked to leave the property by even others, and she said, no, I'm going to stay here till I die because this is where my sons are going to live. I want them to have a place to live because I don't want them to be homeless. And now you want to sell it from under them. They're paying the taxes. They're not owed. They're not behind on the taxes. They owe a balance.
Objection, Your Honor. I'm not hearing a question here. I'm hearing testimony.
Sustained. That
Sir,
means you ask a question, ma'am.
Okay, if the taxes are up to date, they're not, I can't use I don't know what word to say that they're not, there's a balance on the taxes. Why do you want to sell the property when the taxes are, the property is still not going to be taken by the state because taxes are owed?
Your Honor, first of all, I wanted to mention that my brother called me a lion bee when you walked out of the room, and I'll answer the question now. I have concerns that the taxes are not going to get paid because their money goes to beer and drugs. I do have a big concern that they will not pay the taxes. Not just that, they don't get along. Tommy made it very clear that if Willie steps out of line, that all he's got to do is call the police.
I object.
He said that. May I
Okay,
finish,
hang on. I've heard an objection. What is your objection, Ms. Sparks?
I object her repeating again about my brothers not getting along. They're getting along fine since my mom passed away.
Okay, now you're testifying. You can just make an objection. You don't get to answer the own question.
So may I finish, sir?
No, ma'am. Your objection is sustained. You may ask your next question, Ms. Sparks.
Okay.
Okay. And I know that Debbie, I know that, why are you taking the property away? You haven't answered that. I know that you're worried about the boys, but if the taxes are up to date, do you have a right to take the property away from them?
I'm not trying to take the property away. I'm trying to sell it so that everybody can benefit from it. And I do not want to be responsible with something financial with them, especially considering their behavior. And Tommy made it very clear to me and to Ron
I object. I don't
that
want to hear
Willie
none of
would
that.
go to jail. Willie
Hang
would
on.
go
I
to
heard
jail.
Ms. Maddox. When you hear Ms. Sparks object, you need to stop talking. What's your objection,
Okay.
Ms. Sparks?
I didn't hear her.
Again, she's going to drag in my brothers, how they are, them not being able to pay the tax. Judge, the taxes are up to date.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to
Deborah.
Questions of Ms. Maddox.
I object. I don't like her answer. That's not a legal objection. The judge is being far too kind. And what they don't understand, she has a lawyer and there are laws in place. She can only do what the will says. And the objective of the executor of the state is, or of the estate, sorry, I'm a little worked up. You are to get the most money for the property that is of the estate, pay off any debts, and then split the rest. You can't keep more than your fair share. It's not allowed. You can't manipulate it. You can't, swindle the others out of anything. I'm literally going through it right now, dealing with my parents' estate. Even if I wanted to keep all of the proceeds from the house sale, I can't. The creditors come first, and then the kids. Sorry guys, I just caught a stink bug. I'm very, very allergic. He's in this little tissue right here, and he was crawling on my wall, and now I'm like all jittery because I'm so super allergic, and I'm gonna go flush him and let you guys watch the case for a minute.
If you can call the tax office, and
I have.
for that way you can see if the
I have.
taxes are lost.
Ms. Sparks, I need a question from you,
Okay.
please.
Why haven't you called the tax office? Because the
One at a
taxes are,
time. Let her finish the question. Stop.
I'm sorry.
Before you wait, Ms. Maddox, before you answer, I need to hear her complete question. So one at a time.
Okay.
thank you. Why do you want to take the property when the taxes are not overdue? They should be allowed to. Why don't you want them to live there until they cannot pay the property? I don't think it's not up to, why is it up to you to decide the lifestyle of my brothers? Let them, why don't you let them live their own
Objection, Your
life?
Honor, I'm hearing testimony, not a question.
No, I
Ma'am.
did ask her, why
Object to
do
the
you
form of
want
the
to?
question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Let me rule on the objection. The objection is sustained. I heard like maybe 10 questions. So narrow it down to like one question, because if she's just said yes, I don't know what she said yes to.
Okay, why do you want to let dictate my brothers how to live their life?
I don't want to dictate how they live their lives. I just don't want to be a part of it. And as long as I'm tied to the taxes and their volatile behavior, it can always come down on me financially and legally. Yes, it can. Because
Deborah,
I'm tied to the property. I'm tied to the property. And Tommy
Then it-
made it very clear that Willie will go to jail if he steps out of line. That's what he told me and Ron. And I don't want Willie to go to jail in spite of everything. I love
I
both.
object to what you're saying. Don't drag in the family history, because I could do that too, and it's not a good one. I'm sorry, Judge, but she's dragging in family. I object to what she's dragging in.
Next question.
Okay, again, you haven't answered me why you want to sell the property.
Okay,
Does
I've heard that question like 10
Okay.
times. I've heard the answer.
Okay,
We
I'm
need to
sorry.
move on to another question.
Does it matter to you how the family lives their life, and if they can't pay the first that question? I'm sorry.
Yes, it does matter to me.
Hold on,
because
the audio's not working.
Can
You'll need
hear
to
me now?
re-ask your
Is
question, Ms.
everybody
Sparks, because you cut out.
Why does it matter to you how they live their life?
Ma'am, I've heard that. I've heard that
Okay.
question asked and answered.
I'm
and
trying to word it in a way where
It matters to me.
if they are paying the tax.
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained. Miss Sparks, you'll need to ask a new question.
So if the property is sold the way you want to sell it, how is the money going to be divided exactly?
Ma'am, I'm going to interrupt you there. So this hearing is just for me to determine whether or not we're going to admit this will into probate. In other words, is this the last testament of Miss Sparks? And then I'm going to appoint an executor.
Okay.
Then after that, it's up to the executor to then look at the will and make sure that the executor distributes everything as the will sets it out.
Okay, Judge.
Judge, you're frozen.
So you're asking questions about what's going to happen after she becomes appointed
Okay,
as
so-
the
so
independent
I-
executor.
Then I can ask a question. Why,
Everybody's frozen.
Deborah, why do you
Time
want
out. Everything we have the internet problem. So hang on. So we can't hear anything. My court reporter's needs to jump back in. So just time out everybody as she gets out and gets back in.
Okay,
All right, Miss May, you're back.
yes, sir. Your door's open though, but so I didn't close it.
Was that? Okay. So just to make sure everyone knows what's going to happen today, this is the application for today is for me to admit a copy of the will into probate and then appoint an independent executor to then execute the will. In other words, do what the will says.
Okay, good.
And that's the decision I have to make today.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm not making a decision today on what happens to that property. Whatever happens to that property is supposed to be whatever the will says to that says is supposed to happen to that property.
Deborah, do you know that Mom wanted Annalisa to live on the property? Do you remember hearing that many times?
Cindy, I remember her saying that she wanted Annalisa to grow up and someday maybe live on the property, but just like I wanted you to take Annalisa and you didn't want to take her. Now all of a sudden she's
I
gonna
object. You
inherit
see,
property.
I object.
Now she's gonna
Hang
inherit
on.
property. You don't want
I'm out. I'm really getting tired of talking over each other. Ms. Maddox, when you hear her say objection, you need to stop talking because
Yes,
that means
sir.
she's an objection.
I have a little trouble hearing, but okay, yes, sir.
All right. What is your objection, Ms. Sparks?
Why do you object to Annalisa living in the house that Mom said, all my brothers know that Annalisa is supposed to live there and you're trying to sell the property anyway? Why is that?
Annalisa's a minor. She can't live there by herself. And I don't understand why all of a sudden you want Annalisa when you didn't want her before. I'm
Wanna
trying to
live-
understand that.
I
That's my
object.
answer. And my
I
concern is for the
object.
I'm
board.
out.
I object.
I'm out. What is your objection, Ms. Sparks?
Again, she's dragging in things that she's not supposed to drag. She doesn't want to answer.
That's the question that you're asking her. You're asking her
Yes.
about family matters. She is
I'm
addressing.
asking her,
family
why
matters.
doesn't she want Annalisa to live in the property?
I believe she's
Ma'am,
answered
do
that
not
question.
talk over the judge. When the
Okay.
judge is talking, you need to quit talking.
Okay.
Everybody needs to quit talking when the judge starts. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
I make a record here, and it's not a very good one right now. So one person speaks at a time. When the judge speaks, everybody stops because he's the only person that I'm going to take down if y'all are all going to constantly talk on top of each other.
Ms. Sparks, you may ask your next question.
Do you think that Annalisa should live on the property?
That's already been asked and answered. Next question.
That's all I have, but I can,
Are you-
okay.
Pass the witness. Now, Annalisa, if Annalisa has any questions, she may ask those questions.
Do you want to say something, Annalisa?
Annalisa Pena, is that your name?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions for this witness, Ms. Maddox? Now, you don't get to tell your side of the story right now. You only get to ask questions. You may ask a question now.
So, if the property is sold, then that would.
All right, time out. Whoever's at the table with Ms. Pena right now needs to leave and go sit in the front row. We don't get to help each other when we're sitting at the table. This is her turn to represent herself. You don't get to represent her unless she's an attorney. So Miss Cynthia Sparks, you can leave the table and sit in the first row, and only Annalisa Pena is going to be sitting at the table with the computer. Ms. Pena, do you have a question?
Yes, sir, I do. Just.
I love you very much.
Ms. Maddox, don't reply until we get a question. Ms. Pena, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. Can't focus. So why did you want to sell the property again?
Because the boys are always fighting, and I don't think that they're going to pay the taxes. And I love you so much.
But
I just want what's best for you.
but how they get along and the taxes, how are you like directly, how are you responsible for that?
Because I'm going to be part of the part of an owner to the taxes that may or may not get paid. And you know their entire lives since you've been alive that they've had to, grandma has had to call the police on them. And you've been there and you know that. And Uncle Tommy's threatened that Willie's going to go to jail if he steps out of line. Annalisa, you know what you've experienced while you've been there. You know what grandma has gone through. You know how bad they've treated her. You know that, baby.
Okay, I object.
And I love you.
Okay.
Annalisa.
Next question, Ms. Sparks. Excuse me, Ms. Pena.
Do you, like, I know overall you said that you're worried about the taxes and how they're gonna act. But have you thought about what would happen after the property gets sold and they'll have nowhere to go?
Oh no, they'll need to grow up. They'll need to get jobs and stay employed and pay their own rent or mortgage. How awful.
I have thought about that, and it really does concern me, and it scares me. But their entire lives, they've depended on grandma. Willie's only had a job for the last 2 or 3 years because he's never had a job before. I paid over $8,000 to help Willie get his driver's license, to help him get him on his feet. And then I found out that he was doing cocaine.
Okay,
His girlfriend told me that.
I object.
Ma'am, I don't think there's a proper objection there, but you may ask your next question.
Do you know what grandma wanted for the property?
Yes, I do, baby. But grandma didn't always have the, that's why she always called the police on them. She always called the sheriff's office, and you know she did, because she felt sorry for them. She felt bad for them. And I don't want to be in the same position that grandma's in. They showed me that when I was there trying to get grandma's clothes for her viewing, for when I was going to have her cremated. How badly they treated me, Annalisa. I have a bruise on my knee where Tommy hurt me. And Willie yanked all the clothes out of the car. You know they've behaved very badly. And they need to grow up. They need to grow up and get their own place. Tommy needs to stop spending Ruby's money. He's spending
Okay.
Ruby's money.
Okay.
Next question, Miss Pena.
What happened to the stuff in the house? Like, when I went to the house, there was a lot of stuff missing. Do you know what happened to that?
Well, that might be a good question to ask Tommy and Ruby, Annalisa. That might be a very good question to ask him, just like what happened to grandma's food stamp card, her bank cards, and her credit cards. If you get the answer to that, you might get the answer to what happened to grandma's stuff. You know that I bought grandma's refrigerator, I bought grandma's freezer, I bought grandma's
You've
stove.
answered the question, Miss Maddox. I'm going to start cutting you short because this hearing's gone. Most of the stuff I'm hearing is not going to help me make my decision that I have to make today. So I'm going to cut you short on your answers, and we're going to start moving forward. Ms. Pena, any other question?
What about the money that grandma had in her house?
Like I said, you might want to ask Tommy about that, or Willie. I've never stolen from grandma. I've always helped grandma. And you know that, Annalisa. I bought you that bed.
Enough, Miss Maddox. You've answered the question. Next question, Ms. Pena.
I can't think of anything else.
All right, you passed the witness.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Green, any other questions?
Nothing further, this witness, Your Honor.
All right. Do you rest your case?
Rest my case, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Sparks, Tommy Sparks, if you can come up to the table, please. All right, Mr. Sparks, it's now your time to have your case in chief. So in other words, it's your time to tell me your side of the story, or if you'd like, you can call other witnesses and ask them questions. Are you ready to tell me your side of the story?
Yes, sir, I am.
Please raise your hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony that you give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may put your hand down. You may proceed with your testimony, sir.
Well, sir, the first thing I want to say is I've been wondering where my sister has been for the last 4 years. She hasn't come around my mom's since I moved in. I moved in February, November of.
Doesn't that tell you something? You move in and suddenly family members stop showing up.
2022, and I've been living there ever since. My mom wanted me to live there. She told me that she wanted me to live here on the property, that she's going to give me this piece of land, and I just wonder where
I object to any testimony.
I'm talking right now, sir.
Now,
I object to any testimony about the intent of the decedent, which is not set forth in the will.
Sustained. So let me tell you what just happened, Mr. Sparks. This is how wills work. So whatever's written in the will, that is going to be what was intended by Mrs. Adela Sparks.
Yes.
Any kind of oral statements that she made or any promises that she made that's not contained in the will not stand up.
Okay. Well, there ain't nothing in the will that said anything about us being drug addicts and not being able to pay the taxes and nothing like that in there. And that was brought up. And I mean, I just got through paying the taxes on lot 73, and there's only a little bit of money owed on lot 74. And I don't know why she said that we are incompetent. She thinks that we can't take care of ourselves. Like she's the only. My mom left us this property, Judge. She said that she wanted us to live
Honor.
Hey, another objection. This is my decision that I have to make today, Mr. Sparks.
Mm-hmm.
Should this will be probated? In other words, should this be admitted into evidence? In other words, her will that I have here in front of me that's been filed with the court.
Yes, sir.
Any objection to me admitting this will to probate this will?
Well, I think that it's different than the one that my mom made. I think it's different than the one that the lawyer probably had. I don't know. I'm not for sure, sir. I asked the lawyer to give me a copy of it, and he would not. He said he didn't want to get in the middle of this.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Sustained. All right. So, and then what else do you have to tell me, Mr. Sparks? And the other decision I have to make is whether or not Ms. Maddox should be named as the independent executor as requested by Adela Sparks in her will.
Well, I think she's being one-sided, sir. I don't think she should be the executor. I think there should be somebody that's not in the family. That's what I think.
Okay. All right. Do you have any other testimony, Mr. Sparks?
Well, I think there was something I can't think of. It's right at the tip of my tongue right now, sir. But, you know, she's trying to benefit from this and just taking it away from us because she doesn't like us. We've never gotten along. Nobody in the family gets along with her.
Objection, Your Honor. We're getting beyond the scope of the.
It's the truth, whether it's an objection or not. That's the truth, sir.
What the court should hear in order to admit the will to probate.
Sustained. So, you have anything else to tell me, Mr. Sparks?
Well, I hope you're a fair judge and you decide right, sir. I hope we keep our land because my mom wanted us to have that. And we are responsible enough to keep it up.
Okay,
I've made a lot of improvements on it myself.
So let me tell you what's going to happen. As the judge, the decision that I'm going to make is I'm going to admit this, whether or not I admit this will into probate. Then after that, there's going to be an independent executor that gets to carry out whatever the will has to say. The judge doesn't. Well,
exactly.
You're really going to need to get a lawyer. So, Mr. Sparks, you're going to have to get a lawyer to explain all this to you. As the judge, I'm not here to explain everything that's going to happen.
No problem.
You'll need to get a lawyer.
Maybe
But
Mr. Green will be so nice to explain it to me.
Mr. Green is not your lawyer.
I can't give you legal advice, Mr. Spark. Pardon me, Judge.
Yeah. And Mr. Green is not your lawyer. In fact, he's the lawyer for Ms. Maddox. He's the last person you should be asking for legal advice.
I figured that already, sir. But I didn't think she would need a lawyer. If there was a fair court, if she was being fair.
Well, let me tell you another thing, Mr. Sparks. In every single case in which there's a will admitted to probate, there must be a lawyer.
Okay.
So nothing wrong with that.
I just feel like I'm getting railroaded or trying to get railroaded.
All right. Anything else to tell me?
Well, I hope you're fair with your judgment, sir. And we get what my mom wanted us to get.
You're going to get whatever spelled out in the will.
Yes, sir. That's all I want. My piece of land that my mom left me.
Well, I'm not sure if that's exactly what the will has to say, but that's what's going to happen is the will be administered by the executor that I appoint. And that their job is to carry out whatever the will has to say. Not any oral agreements or not any promises that she might have made that are not contained in the will not be carried out.
Oh, I understand that.
All right, Mr. Sparks, I think you're done with your testimony.
I said what I was allowed to say, yes.
All right, Mr. Green, do you have any questions for this witness?
Yeah, Mr. Sparks, what did you and your brother do with the will after you took it from your sister?
We never took the will, sir. I don't know where you got this crazy idea from Ms. Maddox from, because she has her own will and we never took nothing from her. I never even went in the house. She had the doors locked because she didn't want nobody. I've been living with my mom at this house for 4 years, using the bathroom, taking a shower, and eating there. I've been cooking for my mom. Where was Ms. Maddox at then? I've been living there, yes. And I know if I would have took it, I'll tell you. I'll be the first one to tell you, sir,
Miss
that I took that will, but I did not take
Miss
it.
Maddox, you do not get to.
I did not take that will. You
Time
asked
out.
her what she did.
Time
with it.
out. Stop talking. Miss Maddox, I'm putting you on mute because you're no longer a witness. You don't get to make any objections. You have an attorney to do that for you.
I'm sorry.
You're muted. You are not allowed to talk. All right. And Mr. Sparks, you may, I guess, continue with your testimony, or I think you've responded. So, Mr. Green, if you have another question, you may ask.
Yes, I do. I have another question. Did William Sparks steal the will?
I don't know, so you have to ask him. I can't speak for my brother.
Okay, so your brother may have stolen the will and destroyed it.
I didn't say that. I think my sister took it. I think she still has it. That's what you're asking me. That's what I'm telling you. She still has it.
Nothing further, this witness, Your Honor.
All right. So would William Sparks please step up to the table? It's his opportunity to testify.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Sparks, please raise your hand. You solemnly swear the testimony that you give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Down, please be seated. All right, Mr. Sparks, you may start your testimony.
Yeah, I'd just like to say everything that's coming out of her mouth is a lie. And I know what she's trying to say that we're using drugs, we're incompetent to pay the bills. She has no right to be saying any of those kind of things. She's no saint herself. You know, I don't know what she's trying to say all this stuff, trying to make us look bad in court. I have a job. I have my job for the past 5 years. I'm very well capable of paying my taxes and paying my light bill. I don't need her to come in and saying that I'm not able to do that. So I don't know what she's saying that. And the money that she says she paid for me, she did that out of her own good, free heart. And she's trying to use this against me now. No, that's not going to work. She's crying. You can see how she acts. Oh, she can be real sad at one moment. And then when it comes down to saying something, she can be real ugly and aggressive. She's just playing an act. That's all she's doing. She's not fooling nobody. She may be fooling the court, but she's not fooling me or anybody else that knows her.
Okay.
My mother left that property for us to live there. Everybody that knows my mother from church and everybody else, family members, they know that my mother wanted to leave that property for us to live there.
Objection, Your Honor. It's testimony going beyond the scope of
shut up,
in this case.
Sustained. So basically what we're here to talk about is what the will has to say, what's going to happen with the land, not what your mother might have told somebody at
Well,
church.
I mean, I'm just trying to give reverence. She can speak what she was saying. Why can't I say what I need to say?
Because there was an objection and I sustained the objection.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't afford an attorney. You know, that's not my problem. I can't afford an attorney like she's trying to do, make herself look good. That's all she's doing.
All right. She has to have an attorney. She cannot do this without an attorney.
Yeah. Crying there on crying, trying to take advantage of that little girl. My mother left that property, the house to her, to Annalisa, and she knows
Objection,
it.
Your Honor, same objection.
Sustained. Again, Mr. Sparks, we're only going to talk about what the will has to say, what's going to happen with the property, not other wishes that she might have told somebody.
Well, it's in the will.
If it's in the will, then it's going to happen. If it's not in the will, then we don't
No,
get to
it's
talk
in the
about it.
will. It's in there. It's written in the will. And I didn't steal no will from her.
Okay. Any other testimony, Mr. Sparks?
She's the one who probably has the will. I don't know. They were taking stuff out for 2-3 days. They were taking stuff out of my mom's house. Where's the money that my mother left in the house, Debbie? Where's that money?
Objection, relevance.
Well, also she's not a witness right now. You're the only one that gets to testify right now. So you can testify. You don't get to ask questions.
And I need the title to my white car. I need that also.
Any other testimony, Mr. Sparks?
I want. This is just vultures. No wonder the mom put Deborah in charge. She does seem to be the most sensical of all of them. All of the others, they just want to take.
I believe my mother left that yellow truck she's talking about to my brother. Where I like to know where the paperwork is, for the legal stuff for the, for the house. I don't know where that's at. I need the title to my white car. I don't know where that's at.
Any other testimony, Mr. Sparks?
Not that I can say in the courtroom, no.
And Mr. Green, do you have any questions for Mr. Sparks?
Yes, Mr. Sparks, have you ever been convicted of a crime?
That's you. I'm not going to answer that. I plead the fifth on that.
What were you convicted of, Mr. Sparks?
I plead the fifth.
I'm sorry, but if you've
Can't
been,
plead the fifth in civil case.
you can't plead the
I'm
fifth.
not going to answer.
What were
You
you
have to-
convicted
That's
of, Mr.
irrelevant.
Sparks?
That's irrelevant. I feel that's irrelevant to the case.
It is
We're not
not
talking about
relevant.
stuff that's to the will. That's not part of the will.
Stop, sir. I'm sustaining his objection, and I'm asking you to please answer the case. Have you ever been answer the question? Have you ever been committed of crime?
I'm not going to answer.
You have to answer.
No. Yes, I have. Yeah, I have.
What were you convicted of, Mr. Sparks?
I'm not going to answer. They're going to try to make me do like a
Was
bad
it a drug
character.
offense, Mr. Sparks?
Nope.
Was it an assault?
Nope.
Was it a felony?
Nope.
Was it a misdemeanor?
Nope. I got a ticket for having an open beer can.
Okay. Do you have any other convictions?
Nope.
What did you do? What did you and your brother do with the will after you took it from your mother's house that day?
I don't know. Ask Debbie about that.
I'm asking you, Mr. Sparks.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened. We don't have no will. Fancy question, man.
Nothing further of this witness, Your Honor.
Any other testimony, Mr. William Sparks?
Nope, not that I can say in court, sir, Your Honor. There's just a feel this is all one-sided. This is not fair here.
All right. Do you rest your case?
Why is she so worried about what the will when she hasn't?
Does that conclude your testimony?
Guess I don't get an answer.
Well, no, sir. You're the witness. You're the one answering the questions right now. You don't
I
get
asked
to
the
ask
question,
questions.
no answer.
Let me tell you what you're doing right now. You're a witness, and you get to give testimony, You're not acting as someone asking questions. So right now you're in the witness box. You get to give testimony, not ask questions. So you can give me all the testimony that you want, and you can ask questions, but you're not going to get any answers because there's no witnesses to answer you. You're the only one here giving answers. So you may proceed with your testimony, but there's no one to ask questions of right now.
I would just like for the will to be as it says.
Okay. Anything else?
She has no right to try to sell the property from underneath us for her benefit. She doesn't need to be worried about us. She needs to be worried about herself and her family. Her own kids don't even want to be around her. She has 2, 3
Objection,
kids.
Your
It has
Honor.
nothing to
This
do with
goes
it.
beyond the scope of why we're here today.
Sustained. So anything else you want to testify to, Mr. Sparks?
She's a liar. Straight up flat liar. That's all I can say.
All right. Does that conclude your testimony?
I guess for right now, yes, sir, it is, Your Honor.
Cynthia Sparks, if you'd like to step forward, you can give your testimony.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say because I don't want to be objected, but I know that a lot of stuff that she said was from the past. And I think my brothers are willing to, my brothers so far have paid, she hasn't paid taxes on the property. So the ones that have paid it up to date have been Willie and my brother, both of them. So to me, that's proof that they can pay for the taxes and take care of the property. And that's what my mom wanted them to do. She wanted them to
Objection, Your
live.
Honor. Did any unexpressed will?
Right. So that's sustained, but basically his objection is anything you tell me about what your mother wanted, the only thing the court can consider about what your mother wanted to do with her property has to be contained in that will.
And that
anything
will.
Anything that she might have told to somebody, oh, I promise you this, or I promised somebody else that doesn't hold up against a written will.
Well, in the will, it says that my mom wanted the property to be divided among the whole family. And there it doesn't say that she wanted it to be sold. So I think that the will should be honored because my mother wanted them to have a place to live.
Your Honor, I'm hearing no objection to the admission of the will then.
Any other testimony, Ms. Sparks?
No, and that everything that Deborah Maddox is saying, I don't know if I'm entitled to say this because she has a very, everything that she does is for her benefit. She wants to sell the property and she does not want my brothers to have a place to live. And it's on the will. In the will, it says that my mom wanted the property to be divided. It mentions
Your Honor,
all of them,
objection,
including.
this testimony is going beyond the scope of the will.
She's talking about the will, so I'll allow it. Overruled.
I haven't seen the will, so I don't know exactly what it says, but I know, I'm pretty sure because my brother showed it to me. I didn't get to read it completely, but was sent to them in the mail. But in the property there, again, naming her as the person in charge to follow the will, Deborah. And in the will, it said that it says that they were each to live on that property. My mom did not want it to be sold. In the will, it does not say to sell the property. So I don't see how that has anything to do with the property being sold. I think everybody should live there and it not be sold. And then when the taxes cannot be paid, then sell the property. But right now the taxes can be paid and everybody, the way my mom wanted it, my mom did not want the property to be sold.
Wait. Did you seriously just suggest wait until the taxes can't be paid and then sell it? Oh, you got high honors in your class, didn't you?
And that's why she divided the property and the
Objection,
will.
Your Honor. Or
Can I finish
testimony going
speaking,
beyond the
please?
scope of the will.
Sustained. All right. Anything else to testify to, Ms. Sparks?
No, just that my mom did not want the property sold. And on the will, it has
Same
everybody
objection,
named.
Your Honor.
Sustained. So I've already heard that answer, Ms.
Okay.
Ms. Sparks.
Okay, that's it, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, so Ms. Pena has an opportunity to tell me her side of the story. All right, Ms. Pena, please raise your hand. You solemnly swear the testimony that you give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
And put your hand down. All right, ma'am, you may proceed with your testimony.
So I don't really know much that went on because after like my grandma was hospitalized, I was with my I wasn't staying at the house. So and I only went back to the house like twice after that. So but all I know is that there was a lot of stuff missing in the house. And I don't know what else.
All right, do you have any other testimony, Ms. Pena?
No.
All right. And Mr. Green, do you have any questions for this witness?
No questions, this witness, Your Honor.
Right. All right, Ms. Pena, you're done with your testimony, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Anything further, Mr. Green?
Nothing, Your Honor. We just asked that the court admit the copy of the will to probate and order that letters testamentary be issued upon filing of an oath by Mrs. Maddox.
All right. I find I have subject matter jurisdiction and jurisdiction over the parties in this case. I've taken judicial notice of the entire court's file. I'm finding that there is a due execution of a copy of the will. I'm admitting the copy of the will rather than the original because it appears that the original has been lost. I've heard no proper objections to admitting this will to probate, so the copy of the will is admitted to probate. Also, pursuant to the wishes of Ms. Adela Sparks, I'm appointing Deborah Maddox as the independent executor, and I'm ordering that letters testamentary be issued to her as the executor. Right, before everybody leaves, let me just tell you what happened. The only thing that happened now is I said that the will that I admitted into probate is the last will and testament of Ms. Sparks. And now I've appointed Ms. Maddox to then follow the last will and testament of Ms. Sparks as contained in that will. So now it is her job to read this will and make sure that she disposes of the estate as is set out in the will. I've not made any rulings on whether or not the property is sold or not sold, but she is the independent executor and she gets to make most of the decisions on how to distribute the property in accordance with the will. If you have problems about how she's going to distribute the property in accordance with this will, you need to get attorneys. And then you have to have your attorneys file things in order for me to hear them. Do all the Sparks and Ms. Pena understand that?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We can't afford an attorney.
Sir, I don't know what I can do to help you with that.
Can I ask something? So
maybe. So I'm going to let you ask a question, but I'm just trying to tell you that this is the beginning, not the end of this hearing, of this probate, of the administration of this will. I'm just starting the administration of the will. Good. Question.
Can someone else be assigned to be someone that's neutral?
I've already, there has been no objection that I've heard on the record that would have her not be appointed as requested by Miss Adela Sparks. If you want to have her replaced, if she's doing something wrong, then you probably need to file a motion to have her replaced. But right now I'm appointing her as Adela Sparks wanted her to be appointed.
If she's doing something wrong, you're going to have to justify cause for her being removed as executor now that she's been appointed. Good luck.
I'm following the requests that are that were made by Miss Adela Sparks in her will. So I'm following what she wanted this court to do.
Judge, right now there's a charge against Deborah Maddox against her daughter. She put her on or she can't contact because she's been physical with her. And
Come out. So we're not getting into it. I've already
No,
appointed her. I've already appointed her as the executor. If you've got a problem with that, you'll need to file a new motion to have her removed as the executor. But right now, it's too late to start bringing up new stuff after I make my ruling. Okay.
how can I do that, Judge?
Well, you're probably going to need to get a lawyer to do that.
Okay, bring in the paperwork that's against her and show that I don't think she's a fair person or a fit person. I think, I'm not saying to go against the will. I'm just saying she's not one to be in charge of it because of what I have said, because of the charges against her right now.
Right. So I didn't hear that during testimony, and this is all after I've made my ruling. So she's already been appointed as the independent executor of this will, and that is the ruling of the court.
So if I bring this information in, how does that go?
I don't know how that goes. I do not make rulings on anything that's going to happen in the future.
Well, I'll make sure that information gets in, Judge.
We all object on your ruling her leaving her the executor.
You just think that somebody fair should be there, be the one
We
in
all
charge.
object to your ruling her leaving her.
We're
the
not saying
executor.
not to go on the will, whatever the will says. Follow it to the letter.
Your objection is noted. It's overruled. She's been appointed as the executor as requested by Miss Adela Sparks.
And if there's charges against her, is she still fit? It doesn't
Ma'am,
matter.
I'm not answering any questions. If you want to do anything about this, you'll need to talk to a lawyer. We'll have to have a new legal process. Today's ruling is over.
Okay, you said a new legal process. What is that, sir? We'd be starting over?
Where I really can't be helping you as much as I'm helping you right now. I make rulings based on the pleadings that come before me in court. The only thing that was before me today was to probate this will and appoint Mrs. Maddox as the executor. There was no objection to Miss Maddox being appointed as the executor filed by any of the Sparks or Ms. Pena.
Okay, well, I'll make sure that it comes out about her having charges pending against her.
All right, good luck to you. But today's ruling is finalized and everyone is excused.
Your
Okay,
Honor, question, there was an order. I'm the second attorney on this case. There was a proposed order filed on April 30th. Is that the order admitting the will to testimony, admitting the will to probate and letters testamentary, or do I need to file an order?
I don't see an order.
Okay.
I don't see an order here, so you please file a new one.
I'll file an order, Your Honor. Thank you. And I'm going to have Ms. Sparks bring the oath. Should I have her bring it to the county clerk's office or to your clerk to execute the oath?
The county clerk's office.
County clerk's office, right.
What other are you talking about?
We're talking about things that Miss Maddox is going to have to do to get the letters testamentary, appointing her as the executor of the will.
I'm not named on the property.
And we're not talking about you. We're talking about what Miss Maddox has to do next.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Everyone is
Excused.
excused.
What is she going to do? What is she going to do?
Ma'am, you have to get an attorney, okay?
Okay.
And then they'll explain everything to you and what else you need to do, okay? Jesus.
Hi, good afternoon, gentlemen. Let me apologize for my tardiness. I had a hearing with a bunch of pro se self-represented folks that drug on for way too long, probably because I gave them too much latitude. But anyway.
No problem, Judge. We appreciate you hearing us out today.
All right, let me call your case. Let me get going.
I mean, at least the judge recognizes that he let it drag on too long and gave them far too much latitude. He knows what he did. that last part in. Yeah, probably. I have more for you all too. That was just the one that I stumbled across today. He is usually not that lenient. I was absolutely gobsmacked that he let them drag on the way that he did, because he doesn't do that. He shuts stuff down so fast sometimes. I am so glad you enjoyed it, Buzzy Pug. Well, I appreciate that you didn't spoil it for everyone. I got so excited because I had never seen it. So I got so excited that it was a new case that no one else had run. And then right away, Wolf Lord Lover's like, oh, I've seen this one. Dag nabbit, I thought I found a unique one. Oh, well, now I'm gonna have to go a hunting. Nab dang it. No, I like my dag nabbit. It's easier to say. Nab dang it. I love you. Well, see, we just get to mix and match, and we get all the good stuff somehow. Hello, Wire Mother, honey. Thank you so much for coming. All right, guys, my kiddo actually needs me for something. So I am going to throw the next set of cases on. Do, 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 do. I'm pretty sure this is it.
Court is on the record in City of Conneaut versus O.B. Biggs. Case number 25 CRB 415. Mr. Biggs was arrested as a result of an alleged incident on December 24th, 2025. He is appearing at this initial appearance hearing by way of video from the Conneaut City Jail without counsel. Mr. Biggs, a criminal complaint has been filed against you. Have you received a copy of that charge?
A copy of the charge?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to read you your rights, so please pay attention to the rights I'm about to read to you. You do have a right to be informed of and to understand the nature and the elements of the charge filed against you. You also have a right to know the potential penalties that could be imposed. You are charged with 1 count of domestic violence. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. If convicted of this offense, you face a maximum 6 months in jail and a maximum fine of $1,000. Do you understand the maximum potential penalties you face if convicted of this offense?
That's right.
Also, domestic violence convictions carry other consequences. First, if convicted, you would be prohibited from ever owning, purchasing, or possessing a firearm or ammunition for the rest of your life pursuant to federal law. Do you understand that?
Sure.
Also, domestic violence convictions are not sealable or expungible from your record. They remain with you for the rest of your life. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Finally, if you're convicted of domestic violence in this case, and then you're charged with domestic violence at any time in the future, that future charge could be enhanced in severity because of this domestic violence conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to remain silent and not to say anything during this hearing that might incriminate yourself. Any statement you make could be used against you. You also have a right to a trial to the court, and because you are charged with an offense that carries a possible jail sentence, you also have a right to a jury trial. And Mr. Biggs, you have 3 plea options available to you with respect to this charge. You can either plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, that is a complete admission by you to the offense charged. If you plead guilty, the court will find you guilty and then I will impose sentence. The second option is you can plead not guilty. If you plead not guilty, that is a denial by you to the offense charged. And as I said earlier, if you plead not guilty, I'll set your case for further proceedings after today and I will set a bond. The third option is you can plead no contest. If you plead no contest, that is not an admission of your guilt, but it is an admission by you of the truth of the facts alleged in the complaint filed against you. If you enter a plea of no contest, this court will find you guilty and I will impose sentence without any evidence being presented against you. However, the plea of no contest cannot be used against you in any later civil or criminal proceedings. Mr. Biggs, do you have any questions regarding the rights or the plea options I've just explained to you?
Be honest, Mr. Ritchie, it's crazy, and I have no one that's got my side. I have no help. My ex at the time is kind of just whatever's going on. I have
Mr. Biggs, this isn't a conversation. I just asked you a question about whether you have any questions about the
I have a question. What if the one that says that he's supposedly seen it and that like an eyewitness or whatever, when I know for a fact there was no eyewitnesses? What about that?
Okay, Mr. Biggs, listen to my question, okay? Okay. Now pay attention to my question. My question is, do you have any questions about the rights or the plea options I've just explained to you?
No, sir.
Okay. So with respect to this charge of domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
I'm sorry?
Not guilty.
Okay. Court will accept your not guilty plea. Are you asking the court to consider appointing an attorney to represent you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any source of income?
No, sir. I finally just got a nice place to stay that Heather cannot stay at with me. That she's going to help me get a job and everything else.
So you don't have any source of income?
No, sir.
Okay. I will. Well, first off, before I address bond, how long have you not worked or had any source of income?
Quite some time now, sir. Due to the fact that I didn't have an address to be able to get my social security card or my birth certificates in here where I can get a ID, and that's really my whole problem. And now my friend, she's letting me stay at her house, and that's kind of why Heather kind of flipped out on me and was going crazy.
Okay. So I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you based on the information you've provided, and you will have to complete a financial disclosure form. Okay, Mr. Biggs, now I have to set bond. Where do you live? Where are you going?
Right there at Cognac Fuel, Clark's gas station.
Yeah.
I live just a few houses down that road right there on the left-hand side.
Who do you live there with?
Heather Powell.
The alleged victim is Heather Smith.
No. I know it's a very confusing thing right now. Yes, sir. No. Heather Smith is my ex.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Heather Powell is a friend that she was like helping me like take showers at her house and everything.
So you don't know the address?
No, sir. I have her number on the phone. I know it's right across the street from I think Hayward. I'm not for sure.
Okay, Mr. Biggs. So do you lay your head down at this place in Harbor Street? Is that where you sleep?
Yes, sir. From here on out, yes, sir. I was trying to make sure now because Heather was doing her own thing, and then Heather got mad at me because.
Look, Mr. Biggs, I don't care about your. I'm just at. Would you just answer my questions? Do you
Yes, sir.
sleep there?
Yes, sir.
You lay your head there. You're not homeless.
No, sir.
Because you just mentioned that you only go there to take showers.
Yes, sir. Because Heather wanted to stay with me, and I don't want to do with that no more. She like made sure to try to get me in trouble, and that was whatever. So no.
So you're sleeping there. How long have you lived at this place you don't have an address for?
3 days.
3 days. Where did you live before that?
The Warman Center had showed us a camping spot that was behind the Warman Center that they called it Hog's Back or something. And there was a man that went down there and it was causing me problems, so I moved from that alleged reason.
So you were homeless before that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Biggs, why are there several? Because you've got a history in other states.
Not no suspended.
Let's see, Tennessee. There are a number of incidents in whatever court cases you got pending in Tennessee where you just simply failed to appear for court. I don't know if there are warrants issued, but there are multiple failures to appear in court.
Well, really, sir, to be honest, I always try to make sure I go to court. For one reason, because it's an FTA that's no good on you. And another reason is the reason why I'm honestly still here in Ohio, sir, is I was with my girlfriend Heather Smith, but my mother is also in the hospital right now, and now she is just now unresponsive. So she's probably soon going to be passing over, And I really don't know what to do right now, sir. I've been kind of strung out over that and really worried. And Miss Heather Pyle, she's going to help me like get back and forth to her to where I'm able to see her, and I have to get a funeral arrangement set up, and just it's really just tearing my nerves up.
Where's your mom? Where's your mother at?
To be honest, I don't know. They said that they was taking her to Cleveland, and I don't know. There's no Americans been put up and everything, and I don't know.
Mr. Biggs, where was she at before she was taken to Cleveland?
Andover.
The nursing home in Andover?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because as you're talking to me, I'm starting to recollect because you were here pretty recently on
Yes,
this other case. So, and you're talking about your mother. Is that the only reason you're here?
Well, between her and Miss Smith, that's really the only reason why I'm still here. Yeah. Now I'll probably be dead somewhere. To be honest.
Well, Mr. Biggs, you see, you're not giving me a very warm, fuzzy feeling that you're going to come to court next time.
I swear to God, you put an ankle monitor bracelet on my foot or anything, I promise I'd go to court.
Yeah, well, if I put a ankle monitor or bracelet on your foot, you're going to pay for it.
I understand you, Mr. Roach. I love you, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my life together right now. Miss Heather Powell, she's going to help me. She just bought me a brand new pair of boots. Help me clean out the spot in her living room for me. And I really want to do it for myself. And I want to move forward, then keep going backwards. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep getting into like these hectic scenes and Like, I don't even see why this is even this, like, me and her was arguing because she had stole my phone and wouldn't give me my phone.
I don't want to hear about the facts, okay?
I know, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Or what you perceive the facts are. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The law director submitted a bond recommendation asking that bond be set in the amount of $10,000 personal recognizance with the condition you have no contact with Heather Smith. Is there any reason you need to be in contact with Heather Smith?
To be honest with you, sir, no. I love the woman. I just wish her the best. I want her to be okay. There's no reason for her to be doing what
Mr.
she's
Biggs,
doing.
yes or no?
No.
Okay, I'm not asking for an explanation. Shut up! Shut your mouth! Mr. Biggs did have criminal charges filed against him recently. He did appear for court in that case, specifically in 25 CRB 28. Look, the court is also aware that this incident allegedly happened at the Rock Church Warming Center at 256 Liberty Street. You're ordered not to go there while this case is pending.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bond will be set in the amount of $10,000 personal recognizance as conditions of the bond is based on the defendant's substantial criminal history.
Mr. Roach, man.
Would you be quiet? Just be quiet.
Yes, sir.
$10,000 personal recognizance. He's ordered not to consume or possess alcohol or drugs. He is subject to random chemical testing by probation and law enforcement. Before you're released today, you're going to submit to a urine drug screen. So that's a condition. Urine drug screen. No contact with Heather Smith. And he is ordered to remain off the premises at the Rock Church Warming Center. At as much as I know that they are in the community helping people like Mr. Biggs, this incident happened there, and I'm not going to allow him back there while this case is pending. So he's ordered to remain off the premises at 256 Liberty Street as well while this case is pending. We'll set this case for a pretrial conference when his court-appointed attorney and the prosecutor are present. Okay, Mr. Biggs, do you have any questions?
I was gonna see if they could waiver the fee because I'm completely broken at this point.
You're appointed, Mr. You have court-appointed counsel, Mr. Biggs.
Wait, just a moment ago, you were willing to pay for an ankle monitor to get out, and now you're broke.
Okay. There's an attorney who's going to be representing you. You don't have to post anything. You don't have to pay anything to get out of jail. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance with all of these conditions. However, if you violate any of the conditions of your bond, in other words, if you fail to remain drug and alcohol free, if you have contact with Heather Smith, or if you go to the warming station, or if you refuse to submit to the urine drug screen today, I will revoke your bond. I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. I'll keep you in jail for as long as I can keep you, and then I could order you to pay $10,000 as a penalty to the city of Conneaut. Do you understand all of those consequences?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this case is he will not be released, officer, until he submits to a urine drug screen.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, this matter is concluded. Thank you. Thank you.
Can the jail hear me?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you, Deputy. All right, Miles, go ahead.
We can call the case of Rogelio Herrera.
Just step up to the front on the footprints.
Rogelio.
Good morning, Connor.
Good morning, Mr. Herrera. This case number's 5A0959049 and 5A0959048. It's a little unusual today, Mr. Herrera. I understand that, as the public defenders are coming via Zoom, but he is here to address this case on your behalf, and you've spoken to an attorney this morning. Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
You're
sir.
here for arraignment. Give me 1 second.
A PC was found on Christmas Eve on this case already, and bail was set.
PC was
PC was found on Christmas Eve, yep, and bail was set.
All right, go ahead, Miles.
we
You're
can
talking
skip.
about his arraignment and prepared to enter a plea today?
Yes, Your Honor. We'll enter a plea of not guilty.
Not guilty plea will be entered. City asking for release conditions.
Yes, Your Honor. The city is, well, I'll point out a couple of things. One, this is a refusal case where the allegations are of an extreme level of intoxication. A number of issues regarding safety there. The defendant also has an IID violation as well as a driving suspended third. This allegedly occurred, I think, about between 1 and 2 in the afternoon. And again, in the full report, you'll see that the officer alleges extremely high intoxication. Numerous, I think, individuals, other witnesses had called quite concerned about the defendant's driving and stayed with him until law enforcement got there. He does have a prior from 2021. It's out of district court. He also has a minor operating from 2011. The court set the bail on Wednesday at $3,000 cash performance. That's $2,000 on the DUI, and then $500 on each of the other 2 charges. The city would ask to maintain that at this time. Additionally, since this is a second offense and the high level of alcohol intoxication alleged, the city is requesting pretrial monitoring with Scram.
Vince?
Your Honor, I would ask that the currently set bail amount be reduced. Mr. Herrera's prior is from 2021, so that's about 5 years old now. Further, remaining in custody would be disruptive to his employment. He also has a pregnant wife at home, and the due date is actually tomorrow. So I would just ask that he be given an amount of bail that actually allows him to be present for that.
All right. The court entered your plea of not guilty. Probable cause was previously found. I do think bail is appropriate.
Okay, so it's Christmas Eve. You have a pregnant wife at home that is due to have your child the next day. And you are out drinking and driving with a high blood alcohol level. Huh. Priorities, man.
In this case, especially based on the history, driving under the influence, also bail in the amount of $3,000 bondable. Driving third, $500 bondable. Operating without ignition, interlock device, $1,000 bondable. Total of $4,500 bondable. I'll allow a cash alternative of $450. Your next court date in custody is January the 7th at 8:30 a.m. If you are released on bail, you must be at the Bellingham Municipal Courthouse on February the 10th. That would be at 1:30 in the afternoon. There will be information provided to you today about how to apply for the Public Defender Services if you wish. While this matter is pending, you must follow the conditions of release that are set by this court. They are that you appear timely at all scheduled court hearings, have no new criminal law violations, make sure your address is kept up to date with the court and the probation office. You are not to drive or operate a motor vehicle unless you have a valid driver's license and proof of insurance. You're to have no new alcohol-related infractions. You're not to refuse to submit to an alcohol or drug test when requested by the court or the probation department. You are not to use or possess alcohol, non-prescribed drugs, cannabis, or have in your possession any drug paraphernalia. You are not to enter any establishment whose primary business is the selling or serving of alcoholic beverages either for consumption on or off of their premises. You are not to operate a motor vehicle unless you have an ignition interlock device installed. And you need to report immediately if you are released to the Whatcom County District Court Probation Office located in the Whatcom County Courthouse on the 4th floor. They will monitor you for compliance with these conditions. Do you understand the conditions being set this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Violating any one of these conditions will subject you to additional conditions being set by this court, which could include revoking of any bail money paid, requiring you to pay additional bail money, holding you in custody until these matters resolved, or any other conditions which the court deems appropriate. Do you understand this?
Yes, Your Honor.
City, with the ID, are you still asking for a scram?
Correct.
Thank you. And a scram device will be worn to ensure you're not consuming alcohol. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Is the public defender asking to be appointed in this case?
I would just ask that Mr. Herrera be provided with an application.
All right. I'll track the infraction along the same court dates. All right. Counsel, how is he going to sign these documents?
Mr. Herrera, do I have your permission to sign off on the court's order as via counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'm signing a scram order requiring that you wear a scram monitoring device. It is an ankle-worn alcohol monitoring and detection device. It will be attached before you leave the jail. One until further order of the court.
Mr. Herrera, do I have your permission to sign the scram order as via counsel?
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Any further on this case?
Nope.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Herrera. You're free to stand aside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There'll be information provided to you about the public defender today. Good morning, Mr. Powers. Do you have a matter ready to call?
Good morning, Your Honor. I certainly do. The matter of the Ball-Weber matter, Your Honor. Thank you.
Daryl Ball-Weber, 2 causes, 5A0560420, 5A09566662. Good morning, Mr. Ball-Weber.
Good morning.
How are we proceeding today, counsel?
Well, it depends. On the pretrial matter, Mr. Ball-Weber would like to change his plea from not guilty to guilty.
Okay. It depends on what then? Are you asking?
There's a probation.
There's a probation matter as well.
Exactly.
Are we addressing that first?
Well, he might want to know what's happening there. I think the other day they informed me it was going to be revoked in 115 days.
Are you wanting to address the probation first, Mr. Powers? Is that what you're saying?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. I have a notice of violation dated December the 17th. Is that the most recent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Contains 3 allegations. Have you reviewed this with your client?
I have, Your Honor, and we are prepared to proceed.
Admitting or denying?
Number 1, at this time, the defense is prepared to admit without an explanation. Number 2, we will admit without an explanation. And number 3, we will admit as to charge only.
All right. Hearing admit. Probation.
Yes, Your Honor, we're asking to revoke with 115 days owed.
115?
115. With, we subtracted a previous 5 days that were served.
Okay. City, like to be heard at all?
No, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Mr. Powers.
Yes, Your Honor. This time, we're asking the court to reserve on the sanction today and for Mr. Ball-Weber to continue on with probation. I can let the court know that he is committed to getting back into compliance. The new charge that we will address later is unrelated to the probation charge. And I believe that Mr. Ball-Weber is committed to making better choices and to getting back into compliance with probation. And that's all we have, Your Honor. And if the court does impose a sanction, we'd ask that he be allowed to serve it through Friendship Diversion Services.
Mr. Ball, reserve for a few moments till we go over the plea. I have before me a statement of defendant on plea of guilty indicating you wanted to enter a change of plea today in case number 5A0956662. Is that correct?
Yes.
And did you have an opportunity to review this document with your attorney?
Yes, I did.
Did you have plenty of time to ask him any questions that you may have?
Yes, I did.
Do you understand you have certain important rights that you're giving up by entering this plea, like the right to be presumed innocent, the right to have your case heard by a jury, where you might present
Yes, I do.
evidence in your defense as well as the right to appeal that once given up, they're very difficult to get back.
Yes, I do.
You also understand that the court's not required to follow any agreement between the parties. I could decide to sentence you up to and including the maximum for this charge.
Yes, sir.
All right, finally, do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, and the court is not concerned whether you are or not, but entry of a plea of guilty or being found guilty could make it difficult for you to become one in the future?
Yes, sir.
Knowing all of this, do you still wish to go forward today?
Yes, I do.
So, thank you. All right, to the charge of failure to stop or give information or obey a law enforcement officer alleging to have occurred on December 17th of this year, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Has anyone forced you, threatened you, or coerced you in any way to get you to enter this?
No, sir.
Counsel, do you believe this to be knowingly and intelligently entered with knowledge of all the consequences?
Yes, Your Honor, at this point I do.
It looks like there's a statement here, the facts are sufficient. With that, there's a basis to support the plea. Accept your plea of guilty and make a finding of guilt. City.
Thank you, Your Honor. This was just a situation where the defendant failed to stop him. Police were trying to contact him regarding, looks like riding, I'm assuming that says a bicycle, on a sidewalk with no lights on. Eventually had to be caught up with and arrested. Looks like the defendant has no prior convictions of the same, but does have pretty extensive history. So Ms. McGreen on this case was just offering the 2 days and a fine to just wrap it up. I believe these are the only matters holding him, or the only jurisdiction holding him, or at least we were. So if that's still the case, he's past credit for time served on this. We would just ask the court to follow it. Thank you.
Fleeing on a bicycle. I've seen that end rather poorly for people who have tried it.
Thank you. Defense.
Yes, Your Honor, this is an agreed recommendation. The defense believes it's a fair and just resolution of the matter. We respectfully ask the court to follow it. Furthermore, Your Honor, I ask the court to waive any non-mandatory legal financial obligations per state v. Blazina. I believe that Mr. Ballweber is indigent as defined by the relevant statute. He is currently unemployed. He is a former recipient of food stamps and has no income at this time. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Ballweber, you have a right to make a statement to the court before I decide or pronounce any sentence. You are not required to do so, but if you wish, you may do so now.
No, sir.
All right. After accepting your plea of guilty, charge of failure to obey a law enforcement officer, the sentence of the court is 2 days jail with credit for 2 days served. No additional jail days owed. Fine imposed is $150. If given time and opportunity to make payments, are you able to pay off this fine amount?
It's possible, but I don't think so. I don't know.
How much can you afford to pay every month?
Maybe $2, $5. I don't know.
All right. Well,
As of right now, I've got nothing to give him.
Here's what I'll do then.
I love how he, after saying, I don't know, maybe $2, $5, after his attorney was like jabbing him in the rib cage to, make sure you keep your indigency status, he looked at his attorney and he's like, yeah, I did good. Do I get a treat now? Come on, please.
Based on the representations, then, the court will suspend the entirety of the fine. The court defendant is indigent. Now, to address this pre-trial, the post-conviction violations, you have admitted to violating probation conditions, and of course finding that you have failed to comply with your conditions of probation. Your non-compliant probation is revoked. Court is ordering you to serve 115 days in jail. You can apply for jail alternatives from within for anything you can qualify for.
Question, Your Honor, is the court not authorizing friendship diversion services
I'm hearing you
for
can't
Mr.
afford to
Ballwebber?
pay for anything, sir, so no. He's in.
I
He has no money and cannot pay for private jail services.
I have a home. Your Honor, he does have someone in the family that may be able to assist him financially with friendship diversion services.
He can apply for alternatives from within.
So now this means I have no more probation after this is all over, right?
You can direct your questions to your attorney.
Well, that's not an attorney question, sir. Just don't bother. What would you say if I asked you since yet? Back. The answer to the question is yes. Yes. So I get to spend 4 months now.
All right.
No more probation.
Probation is revoked, and you will serve, 115 days jail. Alternatives are authorized for anything you're approved for.
Do I get credit from the 17th until now? Your Honor, I have a question for the court, if the court will entertain a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And it's not a question for counsel, it's a question for the court.
Go ahead.
So I'm just struggling to understand why the court would approve jail alts. Home detention through the jail alts office is more expensive than friendship diversion services. Friendship diversion services uses a sliding scale to determine the per day cost. So I'm wondering why the court is authorizing alternatives, because they come with a cost. So does FDS. So I'm not understanding why the court would authorize one and not the other.
Oh, because I have chosen not to, sir.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you're often a broke person, broke services, but yet just because of your own personal decision, I don't get to have those to my ability to use.
I would say from the city's perspective, we don't offer FDS from an in custody except for exceptional circumstances, but we never have an objection from in custody to doing jail alts if they qualify.
Yes, I understand.
Rare for us at this point to release to FDS. It used to be standard when there were jail restrictions. Now that there are not, that policy has gone away.
If I could ask the court to make an exception in this case, Your Honor, Mr. Ballwebber has a fiance that is currently pregnant.
Counsel.
And she desperately...
Counsel. I do actually have reasons that I'm trying not to broadcast out to the entirety, okay? But Friendship Diversion Services doesn't actually monitor people who aren't paying them. They just send notices. So a person who has zero ability to pay them doesn't actually get monitored. Friendship Diversion Services doesn't actually do what they are supposed to in those cases, and that's why I'm not ordering it. We have a tracking infraction for failure to stop or give information
I'm a bicycle for no reason, sir.
We have a traffic infraction for no lights on a bike in dark. Counsel,
You don't need one on the sidewalk, sir.
If you want to address that infraction.
You don't need that one on the sidewalk, sir.
All right, you can stand aside. I was trying to.
Yeah, you should too.
Mr. Powers, we might want to discuss with him a tracking infraction. Have a nice day.
We did, Your Honor. Thank you. You as well. Shit.
Mr. Martin, you like me to call your next?
So, Your Honor, we can call Jamie Hadrath.
Jamie Hadrath, cause number 5A0841245. Good morning, Jamie. We're here for looks like arraignment on allegation of theft in the third degree alleging to have occurred on November the 19th, 2025. Supposed to be a warrant arrest. Have you had an opportunity to go over your rights with an attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, we prepared to enter a plea today? Guilty or not guilty?
Yes, Your Honor. We'll be entering a not guilty plea. Defense is also requesting a DSHS evaluation for competency.
Are you already appointed?
Nope, they're not.
I'll appoint you to represent.
No, Your Honor.
Plea of not guilty. Probable cause previously found. City.
Your Honor, this case has been in warrant status for a bit. The defendant was served the ticket at the time of the incident. There are 4 prior warrants and 3 prior convictions for the same alleged offenses, or theft crimes, related crimes. The defendant is also held on a Superior Court charge at this point. So I just asked to maintain the $1,000 appearance bail.
I'm a woman.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hadris.
They did.
I apologize, Your Honor. I don't need my sleep, Your Honor. I apologize for speaking here.
In 1 second, okay? Down 2, 10, 6. All right. The court entered your plea of not guilty. Probable cause was previously found. Maintaining bail at $1,000. Bondable. Court will sign that 1077 order for evaluation. Your next court date is January the 14th at 8 a.m. I have appointed the public defender to represent you. If you're released from custody, you must be in the Bellingham Courthouse on February the 10th at 1:30. Counsel, I've appointed you so you can sign on your own behalf. City? Any more?
Ms. Hadrath, do I have your permission to sign off on the court's pretrial release order on your behalf as via counsel?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
I am signing that order on 1077. Is there anything further we need to address, counsel?
Not from defense's end, Your Honor.
All right. And thank you, Ms. Hadrick. You may stand aside. Please stay in touch with your attorney.
Her facial expressions were just too much. And I'm a woman. And when they first said that they were requesting a DHS evaluation for competency, first her face looked absolutely shocked, and then she looked pissed. Oh, so that's what I found for you guys. I am gonna try to find more. I might come back on and do body cams later. We'll have to just see. But I really do appreciate you guys for coming out and hanging out with me. Oh, Spider-Man! Just as I'm closing up shop. It's okay though. I'm hoping to be back. More? Oh my goodness. I need a little tiny break. Oh. Give me a minute. I don't even know if I have. I'm sure I have something left in the playlist. Oh. I've got to go to the playlist over here, though. That means, hold on. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. I was planning on leaving, but let me find the body cams playlist. I gotta pee. I'm sorry. I gotta pee. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. All right. I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to run to the bathroom, and I'll be back.
As an officer steps out into the road to stop a motorcycle for running a red light, the cyclist does the unthinkable.
Thank you, sir. I just been struck by a vehicle. Aside from me, westbound. It's going to be a motorcycle, gray in color. Occupied by two. Driver has a helmet. Can you have a sergeant respond? Okay, I got hit by a motorcycle.
All units are out to, if you can step it up, step it up. While officers search the surrounding area for the suspects, more officers who arrive on the scene of the crime talk to witnesses to gather more details on the runaway suspects.
Hit him, they almost fell off their bike, got situated. It was a guy and a girl on the back, and they had a little...
So it was a guy and a girl on that one was it a scooter or was
no,
it
it was a motorcycle.
What color was it?
It was a motorcycle, black, I think. No helmet, the girl didn't have a helmet on.
Did the guy have a helmet?
I can't recall if he had a helmet on.
Okay, give me 1 second. Can you just wait 1 second? 996. Can we advise that it's a black motorcycle with a male driver, female passenger?
You said great. You said great.
She's a witness. Did they have something yellow on the back?
They had like a box. Something, I don't know what color it was.
996. They had to be like a box in the back, some sort of box in the back of the motorcycle.
I didn't quite see him. They took off fast.
Do you know what they were wearing?
Not really, no. I just saw that it was a male and a female.
Would you be able to identify the motorcycle?
Maybe I could. I think the female had a white shirt on.
996. The female possibly had a white shirt on, and the female did not have a helmet.
Officers in the surrounding area do locate a male and female on a motorcycle. Before initiating a traffic stop, they give their description to see if it matches the witness's account.
I got a male, black shorts, green shirt, and a female. She's down. She's got like purple pants on, white top.
She stopped over here. She saw the entire thing. She saw policemen coming out to the street, trying to stop it. The motorcycle hits them. They almost fall off the motorcycle, and they just kept on going. The female, white, tight top.
Hey, come on. He's like disoriented because he was telling me a great car, a stand-up scooter.
He's all over the place.
He's all over the place, man. Hey, he told me stand-up scooter.
Did you hear him first come on? The motorcycle was going.
I've been hit. Yeah. When I got here, he was all over.
Complicating matters even further, the male and female on the motorcycle that officers were about to initiate a traffic stop on cause a multi-vehicle car accident, resulting in serious injuries for the female riding on the back.
Hi, sir. Hey, how are you? Okay, so we have fire rescue. We have fire rescue coming your way, okay?
Yes, all right. Where we were going. The scooter was going pretty fast.
When I saw it, I didn't see him. I saw it when he got hit. So that's when I was talking to my mom and dad, and I looked over. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I thought that I don't know how he got hit. The motorcycle jumped into the air. She almost fell off. They recentered and then they took off.
I'm gonna, if you could just get in my police car. So this is the thing. We have a motorcycle that apparently crashed into like 2 other cars or something like that. And the female in the back fell off the motorcycle. So I just wanted to pass you by to see if you could ID if that's them or not.
Okay, I just parked right there. Let me just log, make sure
Where
you
are you?
have-
Where are you?
I didn't pay for parts.
Bring it over here.
Okay.
Put it right here.
Bossman, do me a favor. Can you take off your backpack? Stand up for me real quick. Take it off. There you go.
I'm okay.
Put your hands behind your back. You're just going to be in the same for now, all right? Okay. Do you have any firearms or anything like that on you?
Related to the hit and run, or not having on a motor,
Yeah, that way you don't sit inside the cage, which is
okay.
dirty.
It looks like she went up the street.
I'm en route with a show with a witness.
Suyo, ¿hay alguna pistola o algo aquí? ¿Alguna pistola o algo acá? Okay.
Hey, mommy, how you doing? What's hurting you the most? That pain? Okay. Tell me it was on. Your LOC no se lo
El casco no te lo tenías puesto tú.
Yo quité ahora.
So she did have a helmet. She didn't lose consciousness. It's just the hip. She's just over the hip.
We're gonna take it Jackson Hospital.
We have to wait a little bit, okay? We have a unit coming over because they're possibly involved in a class, involved in another officer, criminal.
Oh, okay. We're gonna load it in the truck, take care of it there. You come whenever.
They will be here in a minute.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We'll be right there.
Hey, she's not going. She's not going. It's gonna take a second and you guys can load her up. She's not gonna transport you.
We just want to get in there.
Despite saying they won't transport her, EMS informs officers that they actually do need to take the female to the hospital to treat her injuries. While the officer transporting the original witness is still on the way, a motorcycle officer escorts the ambulance to the nearest hospital.
Step out a second and look at the motorcycle.
Yeah.
And tell me if that is.
Yeah. And then that black helmet looks like.
So yeah, she says that she's pretty certain that's what it is. As far as the female, she says the female had a ponytail and a white tight shirt. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I'll take you back.
The male suspect was taken to the hospital for his road rash injuries. After medical clearance, an officer gets ready to transport him to jail.
Stand in front of the PO. Stand right in front of there. Right on it, right there. Perfect. Don't move from there. All right, let's get it.
Oh, that side is hurting a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not made for comfort, and I can stick my whole finger in there. But it's gonna be a quick. It should be a quick drive, okay? Well, I'm gonna watch out. Go ahead. Hey, yo, you there?
If you need to pass out, let me know.
My head is hurting a lot.
Which one? The left one?
The right one.
The right one?
Yeah.
On the palm?
Yeah, it's like kind of hot right now. I'm very, very, very uncomfortable.
See if you can lean up. Can you lean forward or no?
I can, but
You want to take your feet out and on?
Okay.
Stand up for a second or no. That's fine.
I feel zero sympathy for the pain that you are experiencing. When you have so little care for another human life that you're willing to run them over just so you don't get in trouble, you deserve all of the consequences headed your way.
In addition to the witness identifying the male and female on the bike, body cam footage of the moment the officer was run over by the motorcycle shows the same green shirt the male was wearing, the same black shorts, the same muscular build, as well as the same purple pants the injured female was wearing, confirming these were indeed the same people. The male suspect was identified as Armando Fogaza, a Floridian fitness influencer and bodybuilder born in Brazil. He's gained well over 700,000 followers on Instagram from videos he's posted of himself accomplishing large feats of strength, like crushing a watermelon with his bare hands, poking a hole in a Coke can, bending a hammer, and more. In one of his posts, he can actually be seen wearing the exact outfit with the green shirt and black shorts he had in the body cam footage. Armando's wife, who was the female passenger with him, is also featured on his Instagram account. She was transported to a nearby hospital's trauma center and treated for her injuries. The officer who was run over by Armando was also transported to the hospital to be treated for fractured ribs, abrasions, and bruising throughout his entire body. After fleeing from the officer, Armando's wife later revealed to police that they were traveling between 80 and 100 miles an hour before they crashed into a vehicle, throwing her off the motorcycle. Police have stated that Armando also has no driver's license, only a Brazilian passport. Armando was charged with leaving the scene of a crash causing serious bodily injury, driving without a valid license causing serious injury, fleeing and eluding a law enforcement officer, reckless driving causing serious bodily injury, and aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, totaling 5 felonies. He is also facing an immigration hold due to his charges. He is currently being held in the Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center with no bond. Court records indicate his trial is set for January 5th, 2026. While he hasn't yet been sentenced, depending on plea deals and concurrent versus consecutive sentencing, Armando could face up to 20 to 60 plus years in prison for his 5 felonies. He is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
There's a certain kind of danger that never announces itself with gunfire or screaming, because in this case, it's just a guy on a motorcycle. One moment, an officer is stepping out into the roadway just to do his job, trusting the public to act like adults. And in a split second, that trust gets shattered by someone who has zero respect for the uniform. When this guy hit the officer, this was a decision made out of fear and ego, and he probably felt that running would keep him safe, like speed was going to erase the consequences waiting behind him. People rarely understand the weight of the split second for the officer, the moment where stepping out to enforce traffic isn't just procedure, but it's like a silent contract that the public will respect the badge. But there's a certain percentage of people that simply won't. This clip reminds me how thin control really is, how every stop is a risk, where the officer is exposed, vulnerable, and standing on faith that the person in front of them will not choose anarchy. And police see these patterns over and over. People who treat a lawful stop like a personal insult, like the officer's ruining their day instead of preventing a tragedy. And these decisions on the road sadly end lives every day. And we have to keep in mind, society only works when people accept limits. Speed limits, stop signs, red lights. Those aren't inconveniences. They're guardrails meant to keep people alive. When you ignore them and play with people's lives, you aren't rebelling. You're admitting you can't coexist without risking someone else's future.
Hey.
Hey.
She's in the back.
Okay, what's going on?
Refund fraud. She's been doing fraudulent returns and loading them to shop carts for herself.
Hi. Huh?
We've all been excited about our first job and the opportunity to work for our money and earn an honest living. However, this wasn't the case for one cashier. In October of 2023, a phone call was made to a local Walmart in Florida concerning an employee who was defrauding the company out of thousands of dollars a week. Here's how it worked. A customer would come in with a receipt to exchange a product, handing the cashier their receipt. The cashier would make the exchange but not process it through the Walmart database. She would then take the receipt and do a refund, putting the money on a gift card, making $200 to $700 per day.
Hey.
Hey.
She's in the back.
Okay. What's going on?
Refund fraud. She's been doing fraudulent returns and loading them to shop cards for herself.
For how long?
I have 30 days worth.
Oh, wow. Okay. There's someone doing an interview with her back there now?
They are.
Okay.
They should be about that.
Your store interviews?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know a lot about Walmart.
I
I've never
work
met you
at-
before. I'm Amy.
I work at 64 is my Walmart.
Oh, okay. All right.
10-4.
She had a statement or anything?
She's about to write her statement. We just got her to admit the total that she estimates. She estimates over 2,000. Since July, she's been doing these transactions, getting false returns. She'll basically just hand out merchandise and keep the gift card first.
Now, your statement, that's only for you on Walmart. That's not for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's us.
Because I have
Yeah.
to read Miranda and everything.
Right. Yeah, we just keep that statement on
Yeah.
her file.
That's just for your personal stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Give me just about 30 more seconds so I can get her started writing.
Okay. What's she doing now?
She'll.
At least 3 different things?
No, it's all the same type. All refunds.
Oh, on multiple different things.
Oh, different days. I just put it on each separate
Oh,
day.
okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. So the customer will come in and be like, "I'm gonna return a battery." Okay.
Unknown customer?
Unknown.
Okay.
Unknown customer. Now there's 2 in here. That is an accomplice.
Okay.
But then the unknown customer comes in, they'll have a battery and they'll have an old battery, okay? She'll scan the new battery, upload it to a shop card, a gift card, and then she keeps it. And then she just gives the customer the battery. The customer just leaves. So she's giving the merchandise away and she's uploading a card to herself.
So they're not even paying for it?
No.
She's got us like minimum 2,000. We're gonna have more.
Oh, wow. All right. She ready? Hi. Huh?
So Walmart ends up being out the damaged product, the product they exchange it for, and the value of said product that she puts on a gift card for herself.
Yes. And then just keep in and out. Give me the numbers so I can call you.
What's your name, Kayla?
No, it's my other one. Numbers.
Oh, Alexander.
Yeah, I just like.
All right, listen to me.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to read you something, okay?
Okay.
Read you Miranda. Right now, you're being detained. You're, all right? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you can't say will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney or have him present with you before any question. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you at no cost before and during any question. If you wish, you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand these rights if I explain them to you?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to, having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you tell me what's been going on?
Basically still.
Stealing,
Yes.
okay. How long has this been going on?
For a while.
Dates, time frame, 2 months, last month, 3 months.
Well, like around like July or something.
Since July.
No, just like I said, I don't know exact date, but like around July.
Okay. How has it been going on? How have you been doing this?
With gift cards.
Huh?
With gift cards.
With gift cards. So customer come in, and how would you do it? How would you do the transaction?
Basically, like, say that they come up and they have like a battery or something like that.
Like a car battery?
Yeah.
Okay.
That you do like the exchange.
You do exchange.
Yeah. And then when you like you swipe the card.
You swipe a gift card. Are they paying for the battery?
No, they're for exchange.
Oh, that's for exchange. So they're bringing an old battery in and getting a new battery.
Basically, yeah.
So they're not paying for the new battery.
You don't do that. They just exchange only.
Oh, exchange only. So they're coming in with a bad battery to exchange it for a new battery. Is the battery under warranty?
Can I just ask you something?
What?
Either way, right now you're gonna take me.
Yes.
Okay, so can we just go? Can we just go and then?
Okay, it's fine. Turn around. Take that thing off your wrist, please.
We're going to proceed with trespass as well. Do not come back to this
That's
facility
fine.
ever again or any Walmart.
That's okay.
You're
All right, put your hands.
No, that's fine.
Oh, and you're fired.
Put your hands like you're praying, because it'll be easier for you.
She doesn't know that position.
Because I'm gonna go through everything in here. This is yours, or is this Walmart?
That's mine. And then that's my WIC card, my food stamps, my ID. That's my.
Is there anything in this thing that does not have your name on it?
Yeah, of course.
Huh?
Yeah.
Everything has your name on it.
No. Some stuff does not.
That's what I'm asking.
No, I just said yeah, it does.
A credit. You got a lot of Walmart gift cards here.
Walmart gift cards,
Bunch of them.
shop cards.
And make sure no credit cards have someone else's name on it. They're all Walmart cards. Are they hers?
They're the ones that she loaded the
Yeah,
money into.
you could throw them away. They seen the ones on my thing already.
Okay. Anything in your pocket?
Oh, just no,
things.
just
I'm
that.
not gonna go through it, but
Okay. You know, it's just that right there.
the two little rings.
Yeah, and there's nothing else.
Nothing in that pocket. Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, you want me through the
I'm
front?
gonna walk you right through the store.
The only way out.
There ain't no back door. You do.
Oh, you lying to me, cause that's how they took the person out the back.
This is your store. Yes, you're walking right through just like all bad people.
Don't have any shame now. You sure didn't have any shame when you were stealing.
All the what people?
All the bad
She's been
people.
here this week all week.
All right, your front office.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I never came back there. I used to deal with Scott in here.
Oh, sure, we'll help.
Yep.
Scott's a good guy. He puts jobs though.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
It's in the front.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get my bearing in this side of the store.
You've been
It's
sleeping
been a long time.
You're not just following me then. This way.
So we're gonna walk through the middle of the store. Yeah, right through the middle. Right through the middle.
Either way, you gotta catch that way. This way. It's right there.
Yeah, right there.
You gonna run with some people? My coach, well, that was already going.
Huh? Let's see the back.
The suspect was taken down to the local jail. The total cost of her scam defrauded Walmart out of just over $3,500. According to court records, she mentioned that it was her first job and she was tempted to make what she called fast money. Anyway, she was sentenced to 24 months of probation. We hope she learned a lesson, otherwise her future won't be bright.
A drunk mother barged into her ex's apartment in the middle of the night, demanding intimacy. When he refused, she threatened to call the cops. But when they showed up, things took a different turn.
You're not. He definitely pushed me down the stairs.
inside, or do you want to yell at me over here?
No, I'm not trying to yell at you.
Okay.
I'm trying to let you know I was pushed down the stairs from a man. Yeah. I own the house. Wherever you want him to go, that's fine. Yeah, she's an indoor outdoor cat.
Okay, that's good.
She's a good cat.
You want to wait in one of the buildings, so when
What I'm letting you guys know is I was pushed on the stairs, and no one seems to care from you guys.
You've explained that to us multiple times.
You both are outside. You both can hear me, okay? I'm getting a clear case from both of you. You both were at Pork and Pine or whatever together. You both came home at separate times. Yes. You were in your room. She came home after. Somehow she ends upstairs in the same room with you. She's saying she engaged in sexual activities. You're saying it didn't happen. No.
Okay, so we have no.
Listen to me. She doesn't give you hickey. You didn't want it. Then what happened? You guys want to fill me in together while we're both sitting here?
Okay, that sounds ridiculous at the most, because like.
I don't need you to argue with each other. Just tell me what happened.
Okay. If she doesn't want to say we were engaging in sexual activity,
I do not care. I do not care if you guys had sex or not.
No.
We do not care about you guys having sex.
Okay. So again, that's what I'm saying. It sounds crazy from my end.
Doesn't matter.
Because I was pushed on the stairs, and you guys are treating me like I'm wrong.
Nobody's treating you wrong.
Like that person, my arm hurts, and he's right here. Okay, did you not push me down the stairs?
I did not. Okay, so you guys.
Did I not?
So there was an incident where someone tried to give someone a hickey and someone didn't want it, and it was stopped. Don't talk to each other. Don't talk to each other. You're talking to me. And someone tried to give someone a hickey, and someone didn't want it. It stopped from that point on, and you guys got into a verbal argument. At which point, she's now leaving the room, and you're still in the room. Who went downstairs first?
Me, of course, because I
you want to combat that? Did you go downstairs first? If you went downstairs first,
his regular room is there. Where I used to sleep is there.
Yeah.
I was leaving to go home. He kicked me with his leg, and I tumbled down the stairs. I wouldn't have called the police, and I gave him an opportunity. After I tumbled down the stairs, and my arm was hurt, and I was like, "Can you just say sorry to me?"
Do you have anything to back this up, saying that it's not true?
You can bat it.
That is not true.
Okay, what was I doing in your room?
It doesn't matter. Listen. I do not care that you guys were going to actively having or might have had. That does not matter. That does not matter. What matters is the argument that occurred after the fact and someone going down the stairs, not of their own free will.
Just don't do it.
I am going to do it because I asked you to just say sorry. When he pushed me down the stairs, all he had to do was say sorry. I was crying. Like, all he had to do was say sorry. And I told my roommates, I don't want to call the police on anybody. Do you think I want the police here?
But you're not combating that she fell down the stairs now.
She did not.
So she did not fall down the stairs?
No, she did not. Chen.
She didn't even just trip down the stairs.
She didn't trip down the stairs. She didn't fall down the stairs. She didn't roll down the stairs. None of it.
If she would have said sorry, I would have been fine. I literally would have been fine if he would have said sorry.
What happened to her arm? I don't know. What happened to her head? I didn't do anything.
So we weren't even having upstairs?
All right. Well, I don't care about this.
Okay, all right. I know that's, I'm sorry. I know that's not your eyes. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it's ridiculous that I was up there.
Okay, and you guys are lying about having. Who cares?
It's not lying. Like I was up there. Like
you didn't pay me the attention that I wanted you to, and because you didn't say sorry, I'm gonna call and report you for me ending up going down the stairs. Whether it was if he pushed her, yeah, he deserves to go to jail. But I'm really thinking that she's using that as a manipulation tactic. She doesn't sound genuine. She doesn't seem genuine. And for someone to say, if you would have just said sorry, I would have been fine. I wouldn't have called the cops. Well, then it wasn't that big of a deal, was it?
Look, as officer, right? I'm just trying to prove to you guys right now that the statements received by both of you guys are conflicting.
All right, at the very most, I can show you the Ring doorbell camera when I went in and when I went out.
I believe you were inside. You were here when we got here.
Yeah, so what would I be inside for? And I could show you the texts that I said I want to come there and have sex with you. Well, that will help.
I understand that you want to have.
listen.
We're not here about you guys having. We do not care about
No,
that.
but
We
I'm
do
just saying, I was pushed down the stairs and nobody cares. Like I was leaving a house and I was kicked down the stairs, like, and nobody cares.
We are here. We care. That's why we're investigating right now.
Why did I kick you?
Because I was angry that you said that I didn't want to give you a hickey, and I said that was weird, and like we fought about that, and I'm not going to go on with that with the officers, but like I was trying to leave. My whole point is I was trying to leave. Like I was trying to go home.
So I just kicked you. If you were trying to leave, why would he push you down the stairs?
Why would I be at the stairs if I was not trying to leave?
If you
like,
want you to leave and you were leaving, that's
why would he push you?
What was the motive for him to push you down the stairs?
If he got what
I probably told him some nasty things, not to tell you, but like
if he got what he wanted, why would he push you down the stairs?
Why would he not push me down the stairs? Like
because
what would
he got what he wanted. He was already leaving.
We didn't finish.
It's not about this. He didn't want to have. Why would that make him upset?
Okay, so I went and he didn't want to have, and I don't know what you guys are getting at, but
we don't care about the.
Okay,
care about the falling down the stairs.
How do you think someone falls down the stairs?
You
trip, you fall, you hit the railing.
He kicked me. I'm very serious. He kicked me. His foot kicked me down the stairs. I would have called the police if he didn't kick me.
But do you understand that when we first got here, right? Me and Deputy were inside talking to you, and you said you did not see how you got fell on the stairs. You know, if you got pushed with two hands, one hand, kicked, bumped, none of it.
Now you're
no. I'm pretty certain. I don't know if you guys have body cams, but I'm pretty. Okay, I would like you to like look at it. I'm pretty certain I said he pushed me down the stairs. That we were fighting, and he pushed me down the stairs. There's no doubt about that. I know I was pushed down the stairs. I'm almost positive it was with his foot. Like it could have been his hand, but I'm almost positive it was his foot.
So with that being said, are you able to separate the remainder of the night?
No.
Why not? Why not? Why can you not stay separated?
Why not? Because he has a key to my house. Like he can come in here anytime he wants.
Okay, are you able to stay in 22 and are you able to stay in 21?
No,
you guys don't care?
and I'm going to be very honest. I want him arrested.
Okay, I'm not going to arrest him. I don't have any proof that he committed a crime. Why can you not stay separated?
You know, you don't even go to remember this tomorrow. You know that?
No, I am going to remember. It was painful.
Why
can you not?
Why can you not stay separated? Why
because
can you not
I
stay
own
separated?
this house. Like I don't know what else to say.
But you just told me that you're afraid. You're afraid of him, so you will not stay separated.
I feel endangered. I was pushed down the stairs.
So then,
by
why
a
can
man.
you not stay separated from him if you're in danger? Why would you go back to this room?
Okay, then can you ask him to go to a hotel? Drop him to a hotel, guys.
You have separate rooms. Why would he go to a hotel?
This is my house for one.
You live there. You sleep there.
No, I own this house.
Where did you sleep last night?
Do you want to see who owns
Where
this
did
house?
you sleep last night?
Right. I'm not going
Where
to
did you
argue
sleep
with you
last
guys.
night?
I don't know what you guys are trying to
Where
do
did
to
you
women.
sleep last night?
I'm not trying to argue with you.
Okay,
I own this house. I'm the owner of this house.
Can you
and
stay,
this man
can you stay,
kicked me.
You just told me that you
kicked me
you just
down
told
the stairs.
You just told
and
me
I'm telling you, I feel
let me
endangered
speak.
for a
Let
man.
me speak. You just told me that you are afraid of this man. Now you're saying that you're refusing to separate yourself from a man. That makes no sense.
I'm telling you,
if you are afraid of him, go into your room and stay separated from him.
Okay.
If not, you're showing that you're not afraid of him.
I will go into my house, which I own.
That's
here.
where he's staying. So if
This
you
is the
are
house
afraid
that I
of
own.
him, I would recommend you go into your bedroom in the other house.
I'm going to call the police now.
We are the police. If you call the police, I will take you to jail. You cannot call the police.
You can't call me. You can't take me to jail for
nothing. If you call
nothing.
911, I will take you to jail. We are on scene.
All right.
This is the only police that are
letting
coming
you
here.
know I am in the house that I own.
Then you have two options to go somewhere to stay the night at.
Okay, I'm letting you know. I am going to bed.
Do you want the ambulance to check you out?
I don't know what this guy has.
Do you want the ambulance to check you out?
I am letting you know.
Do you
I'm
want the
going to
ambulance
bed
to check
in
you
my
out?
own house.
Do you want the ambulance to check you out?
Do you
want the ambulance to check you out? They are here. Do you want them to check on you?
Anyway, I'm going to my house.
Do you want the ambulance to check you out?
I'm going to my house. Whatever you guys do and he does
Do
is
you
on
want the ambulance to check you out?
Yes.
Then go talk to them.
You can let them come over here.
Okay, can you guys come talk there?
If there's further issues tonight, give us a call back.
When did this all happen?
Huh?
When did this all happen? How long ago?
30 minutes.
30 minutes ago? Like right before she called and then you called?
She told me to open the door. I shouldn't have.
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
Like I said, no.
But usually I call her sister. So whenever she drank, told her sister and her sister take her home or like put her to bed. Today she didn't pick up. That's why all this happened.
Listen, like I said, you know, if I take you on jail tonight, when you go back inside, go to your room. If there's further issues, you call us back, okay?
Does your room have a lock? Like, can you lock your door?
She's here. She should be going on.
Yes, she should be. But is your door locked or no? Your bedroom door.
So I'm letting you guys know. I own this house. I would like this guy not to be back
Okay,
in this house
he
tonight.
lives here too, so he's staying here tonight.
Okay, I don't feel safe.
Then you should probably go to your house and your bedroom. Then.
No, this is my house. I'm just letting you
But
know I
that's
own
your
this house.
bedroom. But that's your bedroom. Your stuff is in that house right there.
And also here.
So
you
why
guys
don't
can come and look. I don't know.
If you are afraid, why do you not stay in the separate house in the separate bedroom?
I'm
where
letting you know
live?
I'm going in my bedroom here.
That's not your bedroom.
All right, good night, guys. And if this guy kills me, it's on you guys.
Okay. So
No.
So he wants us to come inside, and he lives here, so he's gonna let us come inside. Okay.
He has invited us.
He invited us in. We are welcome.
Okay,
guests.
and what proof do you?
He's the welcome guest of the residence.
I'm sorry. Are
He
you
lives
putting
here?
your foot in my door?
I am because
I think you might want to move that foot.
I don't think
After
I
you just
do
slammed the door in our
because you
face?
kept slamming the door in our face.
Because this is my house.
But it's also his house, and he
can
wants us
come
to
in.
come in.
I'll leave the door
Isn't that
unlocked.
also your house?
He wants us to come in.
Okay, if I own two houses, that's not up to you guys.
Okay, but he wants us to come in.
So you're refusing to separate.
But the resident of this house
Okay,
wants us
if
to
I
come in.
own two houses and he owns nothing, that's up to me.
But
he lives
one
here,
of the
this is his
residents
house.
of
And he
this
can come in if he wants.
one of these residents of this house wants us to come in.
If he
we're-
would like to
we're-
come in.
we're invited in by him. So I'm going to come in. if he
Suji, do
wants
you
us
want
to
the
come in.
police to come in with you?
Okay, he wants to come up and get his stuff in his room. He wants to go in his room. Okay, and you're locking him out, which is not nice.
Okay, I'll leave the door open.
Okay.
He pushed me down the stairs.
Okay.
And I have two police officers.
You have 3.
After knowing I've been pushed down
Don't do
the
that.
stairs, that's fine. You're pulling me hard.
We're walking through the vehicle.
Please go ahead and check them.
Oh, now we need to go check on.
I was being abused tonight, and you guys,
And you just spit in my face.
you were in my house for hours.
Chest on the vehicle.
In my house.
Spread your feet.
Help! 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 I'm being abused. Help!
Check that pocket on.
Help! There's nothing in my pockets. Help!
Okay.
Help! 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 Help!
Sit down. Sit down and shut up.
You guys are abusing me. You're pushing me.
She did
So
not
what are you gonna
answer.
do? You're gonna leave my 9-year-old son home alone?
No, we'll probably call DCF and then we'll take your kid away.
Okay.
So
What are you doing? No, I don't even care. I have a son. My son is in the house.
Get in the
My son, no.
Stand up.
No.
Stand up.
No. I have a
Stand
9-year-old in the house. I have a 9-year-old in the house. I have a 9-year-old in the house. You better make sure he's okay. I have a 9-year-old in the house. You're arresting me for nothing. You're arresting me for nothing. You're arresting me for nothing. I have a 9-year-old in the house. You're arresting me for nothing. I'm telling you guys, I have a 9-year-old son in the house, and you're arresting me for nothing.
Lindsay, look at me. Look at me. Your kid's not
My
gonna.
name isn't even Lindsay, it's Jennifer. I have a 9-year-old in the house.
Jennifer.
You could let me go home.
Jennifer, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Look, I'm talking normally. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You're being placed under arrest for spitting on this deputy.
I spit on him
Listen.
because I asked him to leave. I asked you guys to leave.
I'm talking. Can you just listen, okay? If you continue to resist, you'll catch more charges. This is a longer period of time. You're not with your kid.
I am
Your
telling
kid
you,
is going to be left at
I have a
DCF.
9-year-old alone in the house. And what are you guys doing?
How old's your kid? 9 or 8?
I'm sorry?
How old's your kid? 9 or 8?
9.
8.
9.
Okay.
What does that make a difference? He's 9. He's young.
It does make a difference. A 1-year age difference.
So what are you trying to say? He's
I need you to
alone
get-
in the
I
house.
need you to get into the
And you're
vehicle.
taking his mom.
Can I help you up so you're not sitting on the ground, or do you want to sit on the ground? I'm not gonna yell at you anymore. If you want to
No,
get up,
I'm not trying to fight with you guys.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you, I have a 9-year-old in the
are you able to
house.
sit back in the vehicle for
And
me?
you guys were in my house unauthorized. Unauthorized.
Can you sit back in the car for me, please? Thank you.
The woman was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer and obstruction without violence.
Wow. But it's her house. It's her house. It's her house. Oh man. All right, guys. I do need to go now. You coerced me into a few extra videos, and now I need to call it. I don't know if I'll be back tonight. But I need to lie down. I'm very sore. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. I love you all. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.